Hey! What's up, everybody? Can we get some game volume? There it is. I don't know why that takes a second. Anyway, hello! This is a little insert stream off of what I'm actually, like, streaming normally. Boop, 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 boop. Because today was update day, and this is one of my favorite games ever, and I really like it. So I throw it on every so often, and we do in fact have Twitch drops for the game. And I forget what most of them are. One of them is a pirate outfit, and if you watch for 2 hours, which I will be doing today, they'll give you a kitten. Not in real life. You have to get in the game. But if you want to like start the game, you get a kitten, and then you could just have it. Hello, Soul Waspman. Thank you. I hope you are also having a nice day. So for some reason, I always just begin stream by seeing wherever the hell I logged out, and then sitting in my whichever chair this is. I was in Mistburned Barrens for some reason. I have a bunch of old niche achievements to do for Janthea Wilds that I didn't get to. I just realized the chair has like pauldrons, like these are the shoulders of the chair. It's die set cat minion glider ? Pirate outfit. Yeah, that's basically how a Digimon Digivolution tree goes. That's what they do. Also they are, well, what else are they adding? They're adding more storyline, a new map, and there's new mount skins, and I had a look at them because I do actually like getting mount skins. I even like the RNG of mount skins. It's just a little zazzy bit of flavor. So if there's enough mounts in a box that I like, I'll buy the random passes until I get all the ones I actually want. Sometimes I just buy all of them, but it's a thing you can do with your in-game money. So if I just turn the UI back on, I was looking at these and thinking, am I interested? Now the stone turtle, I do like that. And my siege turtle doesn't have a very good skin. And this is pretty rad. That's decent. The other turtle is like racing, like we painted flames on it. That's not really for me, but I really like the idea of this. I think that is a great thing for them to put in. Fast Blastoise. You mean Fastoise? And then in Sky Scales we got these ones weird me out. I don't know about these. I don't know about that. That one's kind of normal. I guess, you know, you see the same theme. The Sand Souled ones just come around and it's like, oh yeah, that thing. The Sky Scale finally got that. And then there's like, this one is just so a normal dragon. That's not really for me, but I have my moth, so I don't really need anything else. The Griffin one is a giant fat tiger. At least, well, is that a tiger? I mean, that's not tiger stripes. That's leopard spots. A big fat leopard? I don't know. It's very fat, but again, that's not really for me. I do really want to get a nice Warclaw, and I like the Journeykin Warclaws. But I want something a little bit flashier than this. This one is just made of metal. Which is, you know, okay. And then there's like a lupine. I'm good. I have the deer jackal. And there's a prismatic skimmer. I like the prismatic skimmer, but then I want like a good wave hawk, and this isn't quite. That's not quite it for me. So I don't think I'm gonna get that pack, but I want to see what else they do give us. This is my favorite one, my moth. I don't need any other Sky Scales. I have my moth. He goes with everything. He has such good colors. So Wasman, you just compare everything to the fat leopard guy from Zootopia. The thing is, wait. Oh my god, I found a carving just like here. I wasn't even looking for this. It's not even marked on the map. Oh my god, it's so small. I just unlocked this part of the collections where you're finding little carvings that for some reason are represented by Destiny's Edge or maybe more characters. I don't know. I've only found 2 of them, and I don't know. I guess they just didn't want to make that many more assets, so they used frozen versions of Destiny's Edge and made them really small and said it was a wooden carving. And one of my guild members pointed out that they have the wooden texture infusion. Like, I think it's called the wooden toy infusion or something. They could have put the toy infusion on the model so that it would look wooden for 0 extra effort. Instead of pretending that this was made of wood when it is clearly just a really small Zosha who is posing. So that's a little strange. I mean, it's a very small side quest. Anyway, not to get into... that only happened because I spotted that one thing there, and I was like, what is this? What is this achievement? Anyway, we shouldn't be in Mistburn Barrens. I'm going to head over to Kastora, and first of all... I mean, I don't want to mess around too much because there's probably more content than I could even squeeze into a stream, even if I go long. Would you buy a tiny Zosha? Do you mean like in real life? Or like, do you mean in game? Because there's probably a mini Zosha you can get. Probably? I know you're occupied with your pursuit of Inquest forces further inland, but if you have a spare moment, I could do with another expert pair of eyes on an escalating situation. Kestrel Chul. Oh, a Kestrel, right. I was like, are you from the village? No, that's a Kestrel from Cantha. Oh, yeah, it says Canthan Security. Sorry, my brain isn't plugged in. Okay. What I was saying was, I don't want to take too long because there's going to be a lot of content to do, and I can just get straight into it, and I can play through the whole thing, and I may not even, like, finish the whole, sorry, I'm getting distracted. It's very pretty here. I love the waterfalls that there are everywhere. Let me know if the volume is okay, because I had to adjust it a little, so I'm not sure about that. The main thing is, I have actually not finished the original storyline. It's a bit quiet? Okie dokie. I'm going to change it in-game. Let's just tweak it up a bit. Tell me if that is still a bit quiet. I will put up more. Currently, it's just background music, though. We haven't got anything happening. So I need to finish the previous storyline and then move on to the next one. So let's just get straight into it. I was supposed to see Isgaran, and I don't remember why.
You should have told us at the start. I need answers, Isgaran. Now.
I thought Kastora to be impenetrable to the Inquest. Their goals futile. But this director is smarter than I anticipated. If he seeks Ancora, if he understands what it is and what it does, I dampen.
Oh, I didn't actually say hi to everyone. Hi, Soul Watchman, and hi, Normal Formal. It's lovely to see you here today. I'm just doing this out of the interest of my own heart.
And this version of the rite is raw. It is how
because I would be playing it anyway, so I'm like, yeah, let's get everyone in here.
Of a fanatic.
Can I tempt you with the kitten?
Before he does. You're a seer. Where's the staff kept?
I think I've seen this dialogue before. I think I've seen this maybe 3 times now, and I kept forgetting to progress, and then it reset because I swapped
if the inquest pushed
story
this far
points.
into the forest, we know it's
I love how
somewhere
sometimes he
here to
idles
inside.
to check his nails
I'll
while
check with
talking. It
PTM
really
too. You
makes
might
it
know
seem
if
like he
they've
just
found
doesn't give a
anything.
shit. Alright, I think that's where I got to. Where's PTM? I love PTM. Finding out that was Yuri Lowenthal in there was one of the biggest shocks of my life. Of course, PTM is just playing with the dog. See if can you hear Yuri Lowenthal in this? Oh, sorry, I'm petting the dog instead of talking to him. PTM, let me talk to you.
PTM, have there been any updates on whether Vlox has found whatever it is he's looking for?
Most objectives are still listed as open. although a handful now say empty. We have not located the object. Perhaps the archaeological sites could provide more information for your search, Commander. Digging is a fun activity. Limitless potential for discovery.
Thanks, PTM. I'll do that.
Name a better duo. Oh my god, wait, do I have to... I don't have to do that, like, whole search thing again, do I? No, I already did that, and it's an achievement, so now it skips the step. Thank God!
They're turning this place into an antiquary's haven. The culture of my people plundered and turned to profit.
I feel like that's a
The
normal
Seneschal
thing
is
to be
slowing
annoyed
down
about,
at
but I
least.
feel like he
I should
doesn't
thank it for holding them off this
get
long.
to say it for
Such
some
a
reason.
crude fate. Stuck protecting this place until Sidon's shackles fall.
I can't even look at him properly, I'm so short.
Don't let my ire distract.
I can't even get a good view of his cunty little glasses.
I did find these runes. When I touched them, I saw images. Felt a little warm, too. Definitely active magic.
Runes? Where were they?
Embedded into rocks, or maybe they were shrines, spread out across the coast and forest. I found 3.
Jump up and slap his
Describe them
bald
to
head.
me.
I'm trying! Oh my god, I did this already. I'm sorry, I should have gone through this. Yes, I remember doing that.
Scudo, the shield.
Please, I need to get into new content.
Every trap, weapon, and threat that reacts.
Oh,
to
hi
our
Cecil.
presence
It's
is
not
powered
technically
by
a
that
new one.
rune.
This is one I have that I bring
Even
out
the fog
occasionally.
that
This was a birthday
surrounds
present.
this island.
The 5 got me. And Bree drew it.
That would be false.
And yes, it's my face cosplay. I don't
It
do that
refers
many
to those
gachas
who
on
have
stream, so
not
I
been
use it
granted
for this,
permission
I
to
guess,
enter
because it's
these
like
grounds.
slightly fantasy style.
Santuro.
Sorry, Asgarin, I'm not listening to
The
all of this.
sacred
I've heard you say this
place.
before. I promise.
It is in reference not only to the island.
I am going to
but the
pay attention to you
sacred
exactly
ritual
once.
grounds. While the threats we faced have been immense,
Come on,
they will
come on, come on,
only
come on.
get worse
Put
the
all of those
farther we
hands
travel
to use
inland.
and show me where to go. Hey, where are you from? Coffee Chasers. I'm in a guild that's also called CC, so sometimes I check to see if it's the same CC.
These are binding runes. Each represent a different facet.
But you're
of a
so
very
old.
immense spell. These images that you saw, did they evoke anything?
Reminded me of that plaza. I was there earlier, trying to find you.
The plaza. Yes, of course. If I can locate the hook. Perhaps I can channel a seeking spell.
Meaning?
It
You
looks like
need to
a
get us to the
cinnamon
plaza.
roll. Oh, here's my pirate cat that I have, I guess. Okay, meet him at the plaza. That might be...
Like always,
Oh, thank you.
We
That might
fought
be
together
the new
logically.
stuff. Is there
you're
a...
something to behold out there. But maybe it's what you
Yes.
do.
You're being mentored by a prolific Canadian writer. That's great. Nice. Whoop. That sounds really cool. Oh, look, PTM is here as well. They're just waiting for their chance to discuss the meta when that comes up. Okay, I think this is where I actually stopped. So from here on, I think it's new. I think. Hello.
So, what are we doing here?
When someone casts a spell that requires multiple binding runes, it demands a lot of the caster. That essence clings to the air. If I can grab hold of the point where the spell was originally cast, we may be able to witness when the runes were conjured. Let me concentrate.
He speaks very slowly, and it
It'll
is
make more sense
intentional.
if I
There's
can show
sometimes
you.
there's jokes about it, which I think are pretty good.
I hear it. Come, we find her.
Okay, he's a little excited now. That's good to hear. I've been a fan of it since 2010. Oh, that's great. I'm glad that happened. I wish that would happen to me, but I'm glad that happened. Oh, I was thinking earlier. I was like, man, I wish we still had that kind of relationship that people had back in the ye olden days, where an adult would get really really experienced in a profession and then take on an apprentice of some sort, so that young people could just like start learning jobs. I kind of wish we had that. I wish I could have been an apprentice.
Ah,
It's
It's you.
you?
you are ignorant. Am I to
Despite
leave
everything,
all
it's
who
still
turn
you.
to us for help to crumble? We already abandoned the Versat to battle Zaitan alone.
The Coden voice was not going to die. She was simply not ready to wield the power that stood before her. So you gifted her ours. What logic guided you toward that choice?
I saved her soul from Coda's claws.
You mutilated our power to your will. You turned the right of divinity into a parlor trick. You betrayed us, Iskarin, and this is but the peak of your ever-building sedition. Time and time again, you chose yourself. Especially now, as the Massad seek our blood. I cannot allow your negligence to flourish as war rages against us.
Do you think they know that the
Sidon,
meta
listen
takes
to
place on this
reason.
thing?
I have never stepped against you.
Yeah, hearing him speak without pausing is weird.
You are too great a risk and must be struck from this place. You are not of my flock.
Oh,
any
Isgarin was like...
You need me.
Oh,
You are banished,
he was like Abaddon. He went too far outside their lines and they were like, get out.
No home, no belonging, no asylum.
Jeez.
My
Did he forget that this happened? Because he didn't seem to know what he'd see when he started doing this.
Again, your flesh will burn.
Oh dear. Hell yeah, I love hearing Isgarin moan for 17 uninterrupted seconds. Yes, do the little dance. Do the dance of your people. Okay. How did you feel about that?
I knew you were exiled, but he cursed you?
And he left all of this to punish and mock me. Am I so theatrical to you now, Wayfinder?
Me when I eat a really big cinnamon roll?
From the fog that surrounds this place to every trap left behind, it is a stronghold built to keep me out. It simply proved effective at keeping everyone else away too. Until now.
Certainly explains why you endured a 2-week stay on Saida's ship.
If I could fix any of this myself, I would have long ago.
Wait, he's moving.
We must abandon this place before war reaches our shores. It is time.
So what was the thing he did that got him exiled? I mean, was it...
Although fading,
Oh.
the final flickers of his essence.
Was it that he used that right to ascend
Is that where the
someone
artifact is? Can you follow it?
I should be able.
waiting
Let's go.
sorrow, I think? Sorry, I took there was a break in between me doing these bits of the story, but once we finish this up, it'll be like the fresh things. Fresh things. I've been doing the what's the name of the other map? The shipwreck strand meta like every day, because there's a token that drops that gets you part of an armor set, and it just won't happen. Here's a deer. Okay, how far is this? Oh, just down there. Okay. Iscarin was the Margaret Thatcher of his people? I wish that was true. Oh, this is my fucking deer. Look at this shit. Why would I need any other jackal skin when I have this? Whoops, I lost him. He fell in the water. He's gone. I wish Margaret Thatcher had been summarily exiled from all of society forever. Hee. Oh, that's nice. Hello.
The vault should be near. Even though
Why
my
isn't
senses are
Canuck here? Did he have
dulled, I
something to
can hear
do?
the
You
low
three are always
echo
kind of together.
of Ancora's call.
Let's spread out and find a way in.
Okay, so I mean, I know what the general gist of the storyline is. There's a incredibly powerful artifact, and I think it was using it for things that he deemed necessary that got him turfed out of his own society. And we're trying to find it again. Is he looking? We're trying to find it again because another guy is also trying to find it. And if he finds it, he could use it for some incredibly nefarious things. And we don't really want that. So we're trying to get a hold of it first. So there's a hidden... Oh my god, that is a massive search radius. Wow, where do I actually look? Is it near where we spawned in? They're actually like wandering around searching. That's kind of cute. Do you think it's here, Redlock? Do you think it's just under this giant branch with these orbs? Fun fact, if it's about Thatcher, is it really a fun fact? Thatcher wanted the Eurotunnel to be a car tunnel, which would then have required massive ventilation systems. So you just, like, drove? I can't remember how it works. I mean, there is... I don't remember. Hang on. I mean, you can take vehicles down there and... Right? I don't actually know how the channel tunnel works. Oh, right. So they go on some sort of ferryable, like, platform of some sort, like it's on a train. I have been on it. It was just a really long time ago. So all I remember is that we were all on, like, a coach. A bunch of kids on a coach, but the coach wasn't actually going anywhere. But yeah, making it drivable. She was like, she really was the Elon Musk of her day, by which I mean just trying to push like individual solutions to things that didn't need them and made it worse. Except the other stuff. I think it's kind of amazing that we even built that, like, as a species. That there's an underground tunnel under the water and everything is individual pods forever. Me when I'm trying to revolutionize how people drink coffee. I mean, that's the actual vault over there, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for a hidden... Okay, where am I actually supposed to be looking for? I haven't been over... Can I mount? I can't. I haven't been over this side. It's probably like over here. Oh, it's there. That's probably it. Wow, that was...
I think I found the entrance.
It's pretty easy once I actually like paid attention. The tunnel is cool. I can't believe we did it. I have no idea how they constructed that.
Strange Sidenese spell. I didn't know the way, and yet there it is, nestled in my memory. How prosaic.
Nasty magic.
Thanks, Ritlock.
Indeed. Now, my people were as theatrical as they were pragmatic. By the looks of it, the door is sealed by a tiered balancing charm. To enter, We'll need to manually activate each tier to disengage the lock. The activation points shouldn't be too far.
Where'd
But
he
since
come
we don't
from?
have a vault keeper in
Who?
our presence, you will need to activate the Wayfinder. I worry what it might do if I tried.
Yes, well now
I'll
we
start
understand why you've been so lazy, and I guess it makes sense. If you were trying to break into an incredibly secretive type of people's last vaults and they built it to keep you out specifically, I guess we can't blame him for not doing anything. But I will come back to this because we do have ad break real quick. Oh, why is my drive always spun down whenever I need to do this? Boop. Just give us a second. We will have potentially 3 minutes for ads just to take a break. Oh, it was lots of drilling. They're building one between Germany and Denmark that's made by sinking prefab segments, burying them, and then pumping the water. Oh, that's really good, actually. That sounds like a really... That makes sense. Yeah. Which actually is basically how you make stuff in Subnautica, isn't it? Like, you construct the basis of the shell that you're going to use as a base, and then when you finished it, you just pump the water out, which it needs to be able to do so it can keep the water out, and then you have a house. So I don't know. I mean, I've done that, so I don't know why it seemed like such a distant sort of concept. Anyway, yeah, that was just a warm-up. I'm gonna get into the meat of stuff after this, and I'm trying to like remember other stuff that happened. And then before we get into the only way I was gonna make a graphic and then I didn't, but I want to go over the plot points that I think should or should not happen, like as a prediction. I wish I had some way to gamify that for stream, but I don't think I do. And then we'll just continue with the storyline and the new map until I get too sleepy to continue. You know what? I wish they let streamers achieve the drops that they put up, because I think I want the kitten. I may have the outfit already, but I have to go and watch streams to do that. And I mean, I can probably do that pretty easily, but I'm also streaming it myself. What? How can I get the prizes for streaming it? Like, I'm bringing the people who watch it into it. You should let me have the prizes. And we also have our friendly little Cricketot, who is now just kind of a co-stream presence, who lives with me here, just kind of waving back and forth in the corner. I have another Guild Wars stream open in a muted tab. Sorry, I just had to check. Wait, it's only fair? Make an alt Twitch account linked to you. What? I'm not sure what that achieves. Normal formula. Do you know much about this game, or are you just like throwing caution to the wind and ingesting as much of it at one time as possible? If you open more streams, does the drop rate increase? I need to get a new mini. This little pirate cat has had its day, I think. Okay, that's ads done. Okay, good thing they gave me a little breather there. So I need to, okay, find a way to unlock the door. He said, ooh, Shaft of Light, nice. He said I had to go to what now? I keep getting distracted because the environment's really nice. There's also these weird little hovering lights in the air, and sometimes I just stare at them. Ooh. Ooh. I thought you were ineligible for drops from streaming, so... Oh, sorry! For some reason I thought you were saying that's what you were doing, and you meant me do it. That makes sense. I will find someone to like raid after I'm done who's playing it, and then I'll just leave that stream open or whatever. Having drops on is fun because you do get random people who just want to scoop them up. Unlink your arena account to your Twitch. Set up an alt one. Have it. Oh, I see. Wasman, that's pretty much just like just watching somebody stream in another tab, but with extra steps. Okay. Maybe it's okay. The vault must be under this tree. So maybe I have to go up there and do something. Also, I'm not. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's like literally some sort of panel.
You'd think the Seers would reinforce their territory a little more securely, given everything they've left.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's not that visible,
These
and now it's got a
defenses
pattern
were
on it, so
always
it's
meant to be
visible.
a temporary safeguard.
Why did they think you would die?
They hoped that he'd return should the Mersat fall.
Oh.
But he before they.
Oh, okay. That
To
does
their
make
credit,
sense.
only we've made it this far.
Yes. It seems pretty effective to me personally. There it is. Oh yeah, that's actually view botting, so I don't think anyone should do that. No, it's fine. If you want the drops, there are ways you can just have a stream open. You don't have to like actually watch it. It's not that serious, but I think if you're providing the content people are watching, I just think it should be like eligible. Okay, I love their doors. I love their weird slimy doors.
Careful. Who knows what's waiting for us in there? Or do you, Iskarin?
I do not. But I echo your caution, Tribune. Follow me. And try not to touch anything unless I instruct you to.
Whoop. So this is the serious squad, I guess, and Karnak isn't in it because he's here for
Reminds me of Alona.
fun. I don't know.
Thousands of years of secrets buried away in the sand.
Oh yeah.
When you've been in one ancient tomb, you've seen them all.
Shut up, Britlock. Oh.
Are you hanging in there?
This place is drenched in Saturn's spite. I can
I'm
sense
so
its
stupid.
grimace through the veil.
He
wanted
literally
to keep
he
you
literally
out, huh?
said, "Do
I
not
broke
touch
rules
anything
and was
unless I
punished for
instruct
it.
you
I
to."
am
And
not
I went,
undeserving
"Orb!"
by my
and
people's
smeared my
standard
face on it, and then I
values.
got an achievement.
I shouldn't interact with anything. You must search on my behalf. Please, use a delicate
In my
hand.
defense, it was an orb. I'm not undeserving by my people's standards. Shouldn't you? Yeah. So he doesn't know how to get in here because this was built to keep him out and he can't touch it. This is a really good way of circumventing the fact that he's incredibly powerful and should be able to do lots of things we cannot do with extreme ease. But since this is literally the anti-Isgaran setup, we have to do this shit. I like it. It makes sense.
A lot of scrolls in here. Wonder if the Astral Ward or Doman Priory could preserve them.
I like the scroll texture too.
Beautiful.
Okay, we're just gonna look at some things.
I wonder if the Seers had any idea that their creations would cause so much strife.
It's just a candlestick.
No mention of Divitium Nava.
I like that they've left the ball in these
It's a
obvious
staff we're looking for,
stones.
right, Iskarin?
Yes.
He always sounds like he's pained by the stupidity of everyone
Probably
around
not
him.
our artifact if it's just sitting out.
Like, yes, that was a bit of a stupid question to ask.
Don't touch it, Wayfinder. Not unless you want all your vital fluids to evaporate in an instant.
Well, I am
Well,
a
we're definitely
plant,
in the right
so that
place.
might not
But we
kill
need to go
me.
farther inside.
An echo grows louder. Perhaps, yes,
Okay.
we must go deeper.
I liked the candlestick the most.
This vault is sealed by Shadowstone. Ancient seer magic used to
This was
store
set up to
immense
teach
power.
him that friendship is magic.
Bloodstone.
Unironically,
Yeah.
that's kind of what's happening.
One inspired the other, so to say. But Shadowstone is far more powerful.
Oh yeah, I
and
remember
more
wondering what the
pure.
connection between those things was.
The notice it is now, the stone is useless. But my heritage serves our purpose. I can form the magic that the stone feeds on.
Where's Saida?
Wayfinder,
Saida, what were you
you
doing?
need to collect the coalesced energy and deposit it in the stone. Even inert, it reaches for me. And it's ravenous.
Why did he say it like
I
that?
will begin. Prepare yourselves.
Okay. It's just one thing after another with you, isn't it? So we kill the thing, we pick up the magic, we put it in the stone. Makes sense. Things in this game are usually about accumulating some sort of magic and then incorporating it into some sort of receptacle. Boop. Don't I have a shadow stone like in my bank somewhere? Why is Ritlock fighting the one 15 miles away? Can he bring the thing over? Okay, that was a very quick impression of some kind of living thing there. I think it was Ritlock's whatever he's doing. Saida, are you doing anything? I think she can't hit them. I think she's shooting above whatever these things are and it's not connecting. I have to do everything around here myself. So I already do know how the whole situation here ends with trying to retrieve this artifact, and it's not like it is a huge deal because it's kind of the obvious answer. But I wonder if,
Proceed.
like, there's two options here. We're trying to keep this artifact from falling into the hands of an unscrupulous guy who has made it very clear that he intends to gain possession of it and then try and use something that is powerful and used to be used for nefarious things. He wants to use it to kind of, like, I don't know, rehash the world and reshape it to be, in his words, like, fairer, so that there's not such a disparity. Like, why shouldn't a normal person control more stuff? Why am I moving so slow? Maybe there's a heaviness around this area. So I know that when we find this thing, which may be in this next room, we may find this artifact, but it ends up in the hands of the guy we're trying to keep it away from. And that's kind of obvious because this was the initial lead-in to the storyline. So obviously it's going to start with, you know, the problem. So the only question here is, did he beat us to the artifact? In which case he'll already be in the room, which seems impossible because it seemed like we were the first people ever to open this. Or, much more likely, he waited for us to try and attempt to get into the artifact and then followed us, and then as soon as we, like, get in there, we'll fall afoul of some trap, and then he'll appear and grab the thing and leave. And then say something like, "Thank you for doing the hard work for me of locating the artifact and then opening the way for me. So all I had to do was waltz in after you."
I'm no stranger to spelunking, but this one feels different. Is it colder in here?
We are likely the first living beings to enter this place in a millennium. The magic senses us. It's curious. Sits with Shadowstone.
Was that Sidony or something else? Okay, so there it is, the magical... Blockhead, I was about to say the magical trumpet right before you played the very trumpety little tune. So that was nice timing. Hi, Blockhead, thank you for the salt bits. Yeah, it's not Thief, it is one of my favorite games, MMORPG Guild Wars 2, because they have an update today and I want to see how it goes with my friends. By which I mean you guys. when a villain wants a fairer world, they go one of two routes between become God King or eugenics. We don't know what it is. We do know that he's like very clearly untrustworthy. And he did that whole spiel where he was like, I want the immense power so that I can change the world for the good, and you have to believe me. And we're just kind of sitting there like, well, we don't believe you. And he was like, well, here I go.
This is it, isn't it?
Big horn of incredible power.
It is revolted by my essence.
Oh,
Wayfinder,
why did he say that so delicately? This lighting is cool, but it is fucking up my color palette severely. Kind of weird how saturated it is, but it's kind of neat. Okay, so here's the magical trombone. We got it first, which means Mr. Tiny Big Head Man will probably arrive imminently, have some way to like incapacitate us, and then we'll take it straight from my hands. And Saida will do nothing. Okay, that voice is the staff.
Incredible. Does anyone else hear that?
Oh, yeah, I do. Got a hell of a lot louder when you picked it up, too. I am not a fan.
those who crafted Ancora sacrificed a piece of their essence to it. You are hearing all of them, all at once.
Sounds way too powerful to be tucked away on some island.
Sidney thought its destruction would mark our demise. Otherwise, it would have been destroyed long ago. Do you wish to ascend?
What was that?
Uh-oh.
I don't know, but let's get eyes on whatever it was.
Oh, I've got strange footsteps now. Ooh. Oh, are you nodding furiously at the staff saying, do you want to ascend? Yes, we can handle this incredible power. Look at this. Wee! Look, there's space coming out of my feet. Lore. Yeah. There's a lot of lore in this whole thing, and I do really like it. Wow, my trait went off where my wolf howls. How dare you?
You don't see the necessity of my path yet. But you will, Commander. You're results-oriented. Always have been. That's fine. You'll come around. Seb, keep them occupied.
That was a
Handle it.
pretty fun little lean he was doing in the background.
Take your time.
This guy is like ugly as hell, I do have to say that. Considering the things I have killed, I don't know if I'd be
Looks like
scared
we've got
by
this
one
under
Asura.
Are you leaving already?
Yeah, just like you left me on that beach to be eaten by a crab.
Don't assume I need you, Kuda, because I don't. Stand down. I want to have my fun first.
I can cast a ward, but not much else. The explosion released. Oh. You must.
Okay, the explosion that was meant specifically for Isgarin has hurt Isgarin, so he can't help us. Makes sense. I get it.
patience.
I wish he wasn't so ugly, because I'd probably be more interested in this guy. I think his whole characterization was just like, he's pretty insane. Like, we'll throw people under the bus to get results. What is the achievement? Don't get hit by shit, probably, because it just disappeared. Great. Dodge, come on. Oh, I'm on a really not good build for this. It probably should have changed it. Then again, I'm not surviving that well, so I don't think Berserkers would have helped that much. I like how the raptors aren't in the fights, they're the mechanics. That's cool. Because just having, you know, a dinosaur to also kill is not as interesting. Oh my god, what do I do about this like constant barrage of homing missiles? Thank you, Saida. Now get out of the way. Nope, she got lasered in the face.
Everything is going to change.
Tell me more about your plan, you weirdo. Whoop. The length of that attack, if I learn the animation, I may be able to just dodge through it all.
It's not your turn.
Can you just attack Retlock instead? He likes it. Why have you got to focus on me? As far as you're concerned, in terms of the story, everyone here is just as killable.
Useless machine. I will end this myself.
Okay. Second phase.
Eyes on the raptors.
To my side.
Their numbers? Is that like a fucking... No, I guess it's not. Oh, okay. Now the raptors are just killable guys. Okay, sure. Well, don't be fixated on me. Who's jumping? Who's jumping? Whoop. Alright, that's fine. That's fine. It's all clearly communicated.
Eyes on the raptors.
Thanks, Ritlock. I can't even look at chat right now. And whoop. Oh shit. Do I wanna do I wanna kill the raptors first or him? Oh god. Being down the one time is gonna cost me my entire life. There we go. Saida, sacrifice yourself to get me up. Thank you.
Eyes on the raptors.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go for the raptors first. Move! Oh my god. I don't have a goddamn stun break. This is just gonna happen every time. Jesus Christ, I cannot actually, for some reason, do this.
Eyes on the raptors.
Thanks. Thanks, Ritlock. I am so low on energy. Okay, this one's nearly dead. This one is almost gone. There we go. Whoop. Okay, go, 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 go.
Eyes on the raptors.
Thank you. I mean, I could just line up, couldn't I?
Pointless creature.
Downed raptors rejoin. Oh my god, it's timed. Ugh.
I promise to utilize your innards in my next innovation.
Ew. Okay, we need to wail on him quickly. Go, 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 go.
You
don't get to rest.
Eyes on the raptors.
Ah! I don't have enough energy to do both of them. Oh, hey, Beta Vash. I'm struggling. It's okay. The others will get me up, and I don't think they're even, like, damageable. Okay, well, if the raptors are just going to do this, I will focus on Seb instead. Defeat. No, it's probably reduced. Okay. Well, I can always do all of them if I just stand in the middle.
Eyes on the raptors.
I can see it. Dodge. There we go. If I just stand in the middle, I can hit everyone. Or maybe not. Ah! It's okay. We have several invincible guys helping us. Ooh. Now, this isn't a great build, but I do have like multi-target.
Eyes on the raptors.
Let's bring them over here. Oh, come on. Being downed the experience on ice. The ride. Okay, it's one. Okay, I dodged, but I didn't have the energy.
Eyes on the raptors.
Pointless creature.
There we go. Eat him. Eat him alive. Stop stunning me, you coward.
Just surrender.
Wait, who's doing Seb's voice? If that's also Yuri Lowenthal, I'm gonna shit my pants.
You don't get to rest. Finish them. Not me, you mindless fools.
No, it's not.
Me.
Oh, they've turned on him. Oh dear. Oh dear, they've actually turned on him. Because I killed them too many times. Well, sayonara.
Good job, you two.
What do we do with them?
My skill as a ranger
Put them
should
out
have
of their
been.
misery.
No.
No.
I should have
We
been
should
able
free
to
them.
turn them against him earlier than other
Seb's
classes.
dead, so I don't know if they pose any danger now. And this is their home.
Okay, so he's like just straight up dead. Mind control device. Oh, so they didn't even want to do that. Here you go, guys.
You can go. Go.
Okay, bye. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Ugh. What now?
Iskarin, try not to move.
My well-being is the least of our worries now.
Well, the annoying one is dead. We won a battle.
Yeah, but Phlox has the staff.
Let's get Iskarin out of here first. Then we can figure out what to do.
Oh, I gotta go all the way back there. Okay, well, I flubbed up that achievement, but I might do that with other people or something where it can aim at someone else instead of just me. So back to where we landed. And then that might be the end of the original content, and then I will start the new stuff. Bag. It was really funny that they... I think I had read the blurb for that achievement that I got. I think I had read this, like, in this menu and didn't register, and then I actually just went and did it completely naturally. That was really funny. Oh, okay, it's another instance. I wonder if they're going to say anything about the logistics of like what this means for the area. We're the first people to ever like land a ship here, and the entire island is populated by castaways and people who just kind of floated here after being destroyed by the magic protecting the island, and the families that have emerged since. So I wonder if they're gonna end this with any kind of like nod to saying we could rescue these people. Oh, hey, Canuck.
Figure out our next steps.
Allow me to set the stage. We've got an idealistic genius with menacing but vague aspirations on the run. Oh, and he's Inquest. And now he has a staff that will grant him potentially limitless power, and grant others the same. Have I missed anything?
That's about it, yeah. And we still don't know what he wants to do with it all.
At least you killed the snarly one. Seb, was it? The patrons of Pub Canuck have had a lot to say about him.
If Phlox could perform the rite with just the staff, he'd have done it already. What else does he need?
Deeper in the island, there is a well of immense power. It is where Ancora was crafted, and where our rituals were performed. He must take Ancora to those grounds first, if he wishes to perform the rite.
Do you think he knows how? Can a non-seer truly accomplish this?
It would not be an easy feat, but it is not impossible, and he has proven his cunning at every turn. The Cryptus were driven by gluttony and revenge, the Titans by instinct. We don't know what drives Phlox. And now he wields one of the most dangerous conduits in Tyria. And we don't know what he seeks to do with it. He is a very real threat to us, and all of our people. Now we must stop him before his aspirations turn it all to ash.
Okay. Oh, he's calling
Before I
me.
say anything else, I must thank you for disposing of Seb for me. In the end, his cruelty far outweighed his usefulness. He will not be missed. I regret that things have gone this way, Commander. You deserve better. But circumstances have dictated my choices for me.
You need to stop this, Phlox, while there's still time.
That there is still time is exactly why I must continue. The future of our world is at stake.
Well, feel free to not elaborate on that.
Tyria has survived a dozen crises because of you. We may not survive the next if we don't act now. I'm still not your enemy. I hope you will see that soon enough. But for now, I must continue onward, regardless.
You don't have to do this, Phlox.
I do, Commander. Someone must. And no one else will.
Okay. So that was... There we go. I finally finished it.
You there, Commander? Looks like we might have found the lead we were looking for.
What have you got?
Well, as expected, we still haven't been able to directly follow the Inquest's path. Seems Ancora let them walk right through the magical defenses the Seers left around the inner part of the island.
He's right there.
But apparently the Priory, of all people, captured some Inquest who returned. Might want to get over there and grill them.
I'm on my way now.
Did Ridlock sound slightly different in that jump? I think that was the intro for the next section, but we're still in the instance of the previous one. Official summons. Allies are struggling to reach you from Castora. Okay. Think that was similar to what we just got told. I still haven't finished like talking to everyone. Okay, Saida's got nothing. got a little experience that I... Oh, shoot, please put that into... Okay, I hope that went into my experience. 6 million? That's not even very good. Magical boon. I don't have any more skimmer stuff. Okay, we'll do this one then. Being able to use those random sacks in combat, that's not that... 5 million, okay. I'll keep that for later. Let's talk to my guys. What? Why?
Are you ready to admit I was right about Vlox?
Not at all. Have you forgotten your first meeting with the commander? You tried to turn them into Joko for a bounty.
That was different.
It was. You didn't even believe you were saving the world by doing so.
It was a mistake, and one I've more than atoned for.
Exactly. Which is precisely why it is too early to pass definitive judgment on Director Vlox.
Ah, you're an ass.
I humbly accept your concession, my dear.
Okay, well, I'm glad they're fighting. He's too good for her. That's a good point, though. I remember through most of this, the through line of getting here, they were discussing and like arguing about whether we could trust Vlox, and they were saying like, well, we can't, obviously, but at the same time, many of us are kind of reformed bad guys ourselves, so maybe even though he's clearly up to something, maybe we could convince him not to do it, I guess. No, I don't think anyone was so naive as to be like, well, I'm sure when he says he's trying to attain incredible power for the good of the world, that's fine. I think we all just assumed that was just not true. What do you think about this, Isgarin? What are you thinking?
I once thought that I knew the solution to each of the world's problems.
What do you mean, each of the worlds?
Oh, you don't?
It's impossible to know.
Is that it? That's it. Okay, that's all he had to say. No, I want to talk to this dude.
No matter how noble the vision, no one should have this kind of power.
No kidding.
I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. What do you think he wants to do with it anyway?
He said that he wanted to return Tyria's destiny to the hands of a people. Still not sure what that entails.
Yeah, it's just not lining up for me yet. Especially since a part of the Arcane Council was on board. Even if Flax financed this, Vlox isn't a big fan of the Council. Whatever he sold them on was a false bill of goods.
Guess we should catch Ludo up, if we can get a decent signal to the mainland.
I'll take care of that. Wanted to see if I could touch base with Kree anyway.
Take a screenshot. Okay, that should be the whole thing done. So it now launches into the next part. Here it is. Okay, so there was inconclusive on saving anyone. I think we were just dealing with trying to get messages to the mainland, so essentially we're all stuck here at the moment. I love this guy's... Look at this. Look at this. Like, can you imagine? People in real life need to start dressing like this now. Now! Oh, sorry, excuse me. Oh, that's a person. That's a real person. I thought that was an NPC. They're dressed so modestly. Man, I like that the I forget what they were called. The char dude, the ritualistic char dudes. I like that they're still around and doing stuff. Reboot wagon, no! Don't say that. Everybody dresses better than my other old character, your horrible son. Oh, Beta Vash, I don't know what that is. With this guy? What were they called? It's been so long I've forgotten what that group of char were called. What were they? It's gone. It's gone. What were they called? Oh look, everyone's hanging out. Should I take your silence as shame, guilt, or indignation? Yeah, that was a little bit mean. That was maybe a bit mean. Okay. Oh, no, not Flame Legion. I mean the group of char that live on that island, and they took Rox in, and she lives with them now, and they do like ritual magic instead of Olmacan. Thank you. I couldn't remember the word. It's been ages since I thought about the Olmacan, unfortunately. I like how they're all just kind of chilling. Okay. Where am I going for this? This is somewhere in Starlit World. Is there anything else I need to do? Just thinking. I do miss Rox as well. It seems like they enjoy having small numbers of representation from each species. And they brought in, you know, the new cast of characters, and they work pretty well, but then over time they kind of defaulted back to Rytlock again, and now it's just all Rytlock. And then we also had Rytlock's other, you know, characters, like Krisha's kind of a mainstay in the secondary cast, and all of the other like leaders, and then Icebrood Saga put a spotlight on a bunch of them. And they were like, that's too many char, so Rox just gets to go home and she's free. And it's weird because it was like the best possible result for her, but she just kind of, oh hey look, the prisoner's actually like here. Yeah, we're following up on taking Inquest prisoners. What if we brought back the Angie cat? He's like, I think you kind of have to, if you're choosing between Rytlock and Rox to be in the main storyline. I like her hair. It's got to be Rytlock, because if he's not, if we aren't supervising him, a million things will blow up. So we gotta have him there, and then everyone else has to take a backseat to that.
What's the situation? We found some Inquests traveling through here and managed to capture them. I didn't think much of it until one of them mentioned how they knew they shouldn't have come back here. It seems they were deeper in the jungle with the bulk of the Inquest and decided to return for something. Of course, they've refused to say a word since. I figure you can be more persuasive than me, though.
Okay. Is it just this? No, there's several in cages. Okay. Can he even breathe in there? There's a lot of grass. What do you want? Let's have a little talk. I've got nothing to say to you. Okay. The event is like destroying the camp as we do this. Maybe your stuff will talk for you. I guess that was a negative move on. Hello? I can't even see you in there. You're wasting your time. Oh yeah? Wait. They put a specific cancel message in every dialogue box, and sometimes I don't read them, but this time I should have. You're wasting your time, and then to leave the conversation you can say, I often am, yeah. You'll never get me to talk. I bet there's something that will change your tune. Is it hinting at me to do something, or do I just want to... Oh, hang on. Oh, confiscated Inquest belongings. That must be it because it's got a green symbol. And there's another prisoner here. Let me just check in with this one. Oh, she recognized me. Let's just talk for now. Can I just defect? I don't want to do this anymore. You can trust me. Well, that's useful. Like, she literally will give up secrets and then swap sides. What kind of beans make up the me? I don't know. I don't know. The only time I really thought about that was a few years ago. I was in the official Guild Wars 2 dev streams and like in the background, like I would hop in and wave. Why they were playing it on EU, I don't remember. Like, you'd think it wouldn't be, but it was, and I would like show up and like talk in chat until they kind of recognized my username, and then Clayton said like, "Are you a bean vending robot? What kind of beans do you vend?" And I was like, I don't know. And then I went to the trading post and I bought a stack of every type of bean in the game. And I mailed them to him in game. And he opened it and was like, legally, I'm not allowed to accept gifts. And I was like, oh, okay. So that's the only time I thought about it, I guess. This outfit is really cool. I want to get like this purple pirate one. I want to get a reactive made in that outfit. Okay, sorry, there's no full stop on this. ArenaNet QA, there's no full stop on this sentence. Okay, that didn't do anything. Let's go through their belongings. Inside is a journal where they express great concern that they can't trust their friends and great fear they will wind up being the one punished for it. Do I have to match these to the specific prisoner? Inside is a Mr. Quiggles, slightly worn from being held often. What am I gonna do? Hold up the Mr. Quiggles and then threaten it with a knife? Inside a bean trading. I'm gonna pin that in case we need the raid message. Thank you. Inside is a lot of literature about clemency laws and protection for defectors. Seems she was telling the truth. Okay, so I know who that was for. That's fun actually. So the main reason to distrust that was, well, she's probably lying, but it seems like she meant it. What do you want? Let's have a little talk. Ah, so this is the one who couldn't trust his friends. So playing off of that, all of your friends talked. They wouldn't dare. Can you afford to take that risk?
Fine. Kuda sent us back here to find something. I don't know what. I was just the escort.
Not Mr. Quiggles. Are we the baddies? No. I mean, it's not like they haven't brought that up very explicitly in the past. But sometimes we, the main character, do have to engage in some tactics to find out what we need to find out. Like, sometimes we physically beat people. I'm not talking. Do you know what Kuda will do if she finds out I talked? Maybe you won't talk. Okay, so I haven't found something for him yet. But we know about this one. Okay, so it changed to, sure, you can defect, but tell me what you were all doing here.
All I know for sure is that Kuda needed us to retrieve something, but only her favorites knew what it was.
I am doing my old lady voice. Marmalade is snoring. Hey, Marmalade. There are a lot of Inquest missives inside, including several that suggest the execution of members that have been captured by the Alliance and released on the assumption that they talked. Oh no. So yeah, having been captured, this guy is kind of dead either way. You'll never get me to talk. Oh, I'm not here to talk. I just wanted to let you know I'm taking your Mr. Quiggles. You can't do that. Can't you take something else instead? Like some information, maybe?
Look, you're too late. Kuda sent us to recover something, but they've already taken it back.
What do you mean? Why would... They've already taken it back. So, did you find the thing that you were sent to get, and then some other members of the squad returned it to Kuda, and then the rest of the group was unlucky and got captured? Where is the... Where was that cage that I missed? There it is. Why did I keep missing this one?
It seems to be a kind of arcane
It's in your best
sieve
interest.
used for separating out
Do you know what
different
Kuda will
kinds
do
of
to me if she finds out I talked?
Ooh,
She'll assume
but
you
what
talked,
about this
even
one?
if you don't.
A timing precise mechanism.
Damn, that's
possibly
probably
for
true. It
tracking
doesn't matter anyway.
season
The rest of the
and
team made it
position
back by
of the
now. They probably
tiles.
think I'm dead. Made it back without
The scouts
Ankora.
found another way through. Don't bother pressing me for it. I don't know the way.
You were right, Ritlock. I think this is going to be the
Why do
breakthrough
the
thing
male
looking for.
inquest prisoners sound so...
What'd you find?
You know?
Could have sent some inquest back to search for something. Whatever it is, they found it and left already. But if they could get here and back without Ankora...
Then we can too.
Exactly. I'm going to go investigate a camp they were at. Let the others know to be ready to move.
We did a whole lot of things that were right, but we tortured some folks. It happens. Like, I think I'm quite proud to say that we don't have an overly moralistic character. Like, we're conscientious, but we play as someone who has to do shit sometimes. We're not pretending like we don't kill people on the regular, because we do. What was some of the other shit we did? I mean, that was the one time where we had to gain entry to a secret society. That's a cool ass looking bird. And in order to do that, we had to have an initiation ceremony where we had rocks thrown at us. It was like so unnecessary, it became funny. Oh, look, they're standing here again. Oh no. Specialists are after them. I'm trying to find a nice place I can stand, like this water. Okay, let me just stand here at this scenic waterfall. Alright, so we're now getting into the main event, the actual news story. Whoops, it took me over an hour. Whoops. So we're trying to find this magical area that needs to be visited to get this ritual to work. That's going to be the new map. We'll probably figure that out pretty quickly because they won't gatekeep the new area too much. Laurel's yawning. But what I wanted to do was just to like thread out things that I think might happen and whether it would be like good or bad. So they made it pretty clear what the position we're in now is. Like it wasn't like a difficult thing to pass or anything. We tried to track down an incredibly powerful staff on this island that was sealed away so that Isgarin couldn't get it again. And the guy we were trying to keep it away from simply followed us in there, exploded us, and then took it. And then left an underling to finish us off who failed. Gatekeep Girl Boss Guild War? That's really good. I'm gonna pin that too. I like that. That's basically what we do here, yeah. I think it was because there's a few months in between these releases, and this is a very run-on story. Like there isn't really a break in between that bit and this bit. We can assume like maybe a week or two passed in game, but the storyline that we just played through is assumed to take the amount of time before the next update. Like it stretched over that amount of time. It didn't happen, and then there were months where nothing happened. So we're going straight back into a story that, in context, is just continuing moment to moment. So they wanted to make sure that everyone was like fully in command of what had happened so far and didn't forget anything, so they couldn't get back into the story right away. So they seem to have had a meeting at ArenaNet where they were like, okay, we want to make sure everyone completely is up to speed on what's going on. So we're going to make some promo videos to recover all of the story, so you can just watch that and remember what happened. which they've never really done before, but it seemed to be a distinct worry that they thought people may not be able to come back into this and remember what happened. Even though they've never had that problem and it wasn't anything complicated or anything, I think it was just let's make sure people understand where we are in the storyline because we're picking it up and carrying straight on. And then they just went a little too hard on it. I don't know, because it oddly gave the impression that they're worried their audience just cannot retain information. And I don't want to be mean about it, because like putting out a little refresher for the audience is a perfectly fine thing to do. That's fine. That's normal. It's just they don't do a whole lot of like big promos, so having that in there was quite distinctive. And then whenever I checked all of the all the patch notes and stuff, the patch notes also came with a little summary of the storyline so far, and because I was checking all avenues for what the game puts out, I was seeing all of these reminders. Like I'm not stupid. I'll remember the stuff that happened. But yeah, okay, so what are we thinking is going to go on here? So far, Phlox has stolen a really powerful staff, and it's the thing that enables Isgarin to do a power-up blast on people, and all of the people in the Astral Ward have had the power blast done on them, and it makes them really powerful in ways that I don't know if we really had exhibited. But it also wipes their memories of whatever they've like experienced so far in their lives. And I'm reliably informed that people don't read. I mean, maybe, but given the length of time you would have to have played the game to get to this bit, you'd need to have seen most of the game. I mean, like the whole thing. This is 14 years into the game's storyline as a live service game. I think if you don't gel with remembering the storyline as it happens, you probably left by now. I don't know. Maybe they want people to be able to buy it and jump in. Sometimes they change their tactics, and I don't know, it maybe highlights like why would you do that now? That's all. So what we don't know is what Phlox actually wants. He's clearly keeping that information concealed from us, and he's trying to pretend that he's being altruistic, and no one believes that he is, because like, look at him. He looks like if Mad Men was a gremlin. What we want to do is find out what he's intending to do with this. The obvious answer is he wants to do the power-up blast ritual on himself so that he can have huge power. Like, that's a pretty simple villain thing to do. Why he actually wants that power is kind of like, I don't know. Okay, so when he speaks to you, when he keeps calling us, he has our phone number. He keeps calling us up and saying, I really need to do this. Please don't hate me. And he's actually he defers to us. It seems like we're like the only person he kind of respects. He keeps saying like, it's great that you saved the world, but you aren't going to be around forever, and someone else will need to do it. And it is true that we are kind of an exceptional person in real world terms for a few story reasons. And yes, maybe he's right. Like, seeing a single person rise to this level of aggressive competency could put people in the mind of, we need to make sure we continue to have people who can pull this kind of shit off, because there keep being crises that require that person to be there. I'm just trying to think through what he wants, and I am actually going to put on the ad break while I talk about this. There we go, because I'm just running over a few things, so I have this clear. So I do want to know why he's interested in having the power. Like, the fact that he wants it is pretty obvious. But the thing is, when he calls us and like tries to explain himself to us, if he was just trying to become powerful for power's sake so that he didn't have to answer to anyone, or he could just be the ruler of the world, I don't think he'd be calling up the one major hero and saying, like, please don't hate me, I'm trying to do this for good reasons. There's no reason for him to do that step unless he actually, in some way, wants us to be convinced by what he's saying. And we don't know why that is, and I do want to know. I'm very curious about this guy. I think he's an interesting villain so far. What if, hear me out, he has anxiety? Well, that would be, I'd like that. That would be a really interesting, like, we need more villains who have anxiety. Wait, what does that say? Happy Musis? What's Musis? Am I Musis? Okay, so what else? Oh, the Pokemon music. This is my Pokemon screen. Look at my Kricketot go. She's just vibing. She's extremely vibing. 15 years ago, a Risen eated his grandma. I would like if they, like, gestured to things that happened to other characters during all of the shit that went down. Like, just a casual, like, oh yeah, that, I'm glad we fixed that, because 15 years ago a Risen ate my grandma. So what I want to do is, like, just talk through the impressions that I have during ad break and what might happen. So what the last story step was kind of obvious, because clearly something has to go terribly wrong. Clearly he was going to get the powerful staff. Clearly, we were gonna put in the effort to finding it and opening the way to get to it so that he could just dive in at last second and grab it. It's a little bit of a cliche. There it is. He now has that thing and is presumably going to use it on himself. So here's what I don't want to see. I don't want to see Phlox go ahead and use Ancora. Does Ancora have another name? Was it like the staff of something? I don't want to see him use it and then it be framed as like, oh no, he betrayed us. I don't want it to weave into, we'll hesitantly trust him only for him to go like, haha, you shouldn't have trusted me, because I don't think we're that stupid as a group. That would be a bit idiot ball. I think the other version where we mistrust him for a while and then it turns out that what he wants, it turns out that basically he's telling the truth. It turns out he was telling the truth the whole time and he is trying to protect the future in some sort of slightly twisted way, but his ambitions are in fact benign or even like helpful. That would be a step up. I think that's fun. Why not? Of course, that means that there's probably like a secret villain. It might be like Kuda's the real villain. Kuda being the real villain is a plus. I think that's good. Phlox being replaced as the villain because he actually is trying to do something halfway decent, but maybe in a misguided way. A plus. I want that to happen. Kuda's got some kind of role in this because she was pictured in a bunch of the promo stuff. She's on the title image of the chapter and Phlox is not. So she's got something going on. So I think my ideal sequence of events, and I'm gonna rate this story update higher according to how well it accords to this. I want Phlox to be actually decent, maybe misguided, but he's got the spirit, you know. I want him to be doing something that he thinks is decent. He actually wants to be on our side and was telling the truth in that he's just using the inquest as a means to the end so that he can accomplish this, because they are a pretty big means. And against other, and he does actually think that we're pretty cool, I guess. And then against other forces that want to stop us, he will join our side. Kuda is the real villain of all of this. She wants the staff to use it on herself, probably. I don't remember her doing much or saying much about her ambitions so far. But but she fucking hates us because we killed her dad. And I like that angle on her as a villain because it pulls back all the way to the personal story and the dungeons. And I just think it's I don't know if they want to like reach right into stuff that was that long ago, but I would like if they did. Who was her dad? It's Kuda. Her dad was Kudu, the Inquest guy who ran the Crucible of Eternity. She's his daughter. She showed up in season 4. She was running the big lab in, I forget the name of the map. Hang on. Ad break's over, so I will just hang on. Here, the Sandswept Isles and Rota Primus. She was running this. She's in the meta event in the big cube. You can see her in there. I don't think she was really in the storyline, but she's in the map and stuff. And I'm pretty sure she mentioned that she has a bit of a thing about us because we murdered Kudu for being a big weirdo. Cube! Hashtag my cube. Asura like making cubes. You can see all of their shit from space. Like, this is the main Asura map, and this is where the cube they live in, that they built. And this was a second evil cube that was built to make evil stuff. And where are the other cubes? Rata Novus was underground, so it doesn't have a cube you can see from space. But this was the Crucible of Eternity, which is instead like a hexagon, because they were testing. 6 is the arc number. They were testing stuff out on the 6 kind of powers that exist in the world. I bet the guy who stole the staff wants to be stronger to keep an eye on those raptors. Okay, that's pretty damn good. Yeah, well done. I'm just want to get the thoughts out before we continue, so that I was gonna make like a flow chart and like have potential story beats written on it, and then highlight them in like green or red according to whether that would be a good thing to happen or a bad thing to happen. So basically, Vlox is a good guy? Question mark. Like it. Want that to happen. Good. Kuda is actually the person who wants us dead and turns out to be the driving force of antagonism in this section. Good. I like it. Pulling her back into this is like an unresolved thread, and I want to resolve it by putting the spotlight on her. I like that they just kind of threw Seb under the bus because he was just a fucking weirdo that no one liked, so it was like, yeah, get rid of him. There's 2 of them now. I want to see a lot more complex stuff going on. It's not been very complex, this storyline. It feels a little underwritten right now to me, so I want to see it get deeper, but that might just be something that's not going to happen because, I don't know, I'm not the target audience of this game. I've been playing non-stop for 14 years or something. Or Vlox has anxiety. That's my theory. I'm standing by it. That's going at the very top of my list above everything else. It's going at the top because I think that would be very, very interesting. But they're never going to do that. But I wish that they did. I want the whole thing to be, he really does actually like you and he doesn't know how to get your attention. Make him have like a weird stalker crush. I don't care. I mean, I know they did that with Joko, kinda, but that would still be pretty funny. Have you ever had like kind of a crush on someone, but you haven't really spoken to them much, and then you don't know how to introduce yourself, so you find out when their birthday is, and you get a kind of nondescript average present. You go and buy it specifically, and then you wrap it up and give it to them, so you can say happy birthday and give them a gift. And then you're also just so full of anxiety that you don't say anything else and you leave. Because I've done that. He wants Senpai to notice him. I think that is kind of canon, like in there somewhere. He's interesting because He feels almost like a character being written by the fandom, and I mean that in a good way. Oh no, yes, that did happen to me. But it's okay because my taste as a teenager was pretty bad, so it's fine. What am I actually doing? I'm going to the Lost Basilica. I've been wandering around aimlessly, nowhere near where I need to be. Hey, Vragi, are you gonna speak to me? No, okay. There's actually more to that. There's a little more to that story. The instance I might as well tell you a little bit of incredibly sad pie lore on the way to our destination. The guy I'm talking about in that anecdote was the first guy I had a crush on in high school, and it's absolutely fine because, as I said, like, I have different tastes now. Well, kind of. Like, the reason I liked him is still the reason I like a lot of people. Why is this torch hunting me down? But yeah, the fun fact about that, I never really got to interact with him a whole lot. I did a little bit, but mostly only during, like, events we both performed at. And by complete and utter luck, I left high school. It seems like that would be the end of it, right? I went to university and I got a degree, and then, you know, you have the big ceremony, you go up on a stage and you get handed your degree, and you know, your mentors are all there. Sometimes they get a celebrity to be up there with you. And I bumped into him, that same guy, at the ceremony. He was in the audience of my graduation ceremony when I left university, which I don't think I've ever gotten over as... Am I gonna have a line when I look at this mark on the floor?
From these tracks, it looks like it was a decent-sized group. Most of them must have escaped.
I love talking to myself. Yeah, like, there's a few instances of, like, something incredibly random happening to me where you'd think, that is so unlikely, I cannot believe that happened.
Whatever they were after, it looks like it took several of them to carry it away.
And that's one of them. How would you have felt? I don't know how many of you had a graduation, but if you graduated with your degree and your high school crush, who you continually fucked up in front of, was there at the ceremony. I didn't just see him in the audience. I noticed he was there and I went over to say hi.
You wouldn't be pleased about that.
Because, I mean, it didn't scare me because it had been years and I didn't, like, feel the same. And I was like, you know what? This kind of gives it a sort of...
But there are coordinates at least.
Oh, they've got some coordinates for us to go somewhere. It gave it a kind of closure. It was like, after all that time I spent sitting in a giant hall, waiting through performances so that until it was my turn to get up on stage, like absolutely drowning in anxiety because that guy was there and I didn't know how to interact with him for years of high school. Having him be there when I was, you know, pretty much just, you know, literally leaving my education behind, it felt like an almost intentional level of closure. So I went over and I was like, hey, so how are you doing now? And I didn't say anything about my feelings. So I was just like, yeah, you know, we were in the thing together and how's stuff? Great, okay, bye. And that was it. And I'm kind of glad that it happened. Because I got to feel like I was back in control of whatever the hell was wrong with me, instead of always feeling like it was nothing but fucking up. So, yeah. Yeah, it was fine that it happened. The reason he was there is because his older sister was getting a more advanced degree in my department. And he told me that. So it was just like a complete chance. She happened to have gone to the same graduation and her little brother was there, and that was, yeah, it was really random. Sometimes it's one of those things where you're like, wow, the world is small as hell sometimes. It wasn't even anywhere near where we went to school either, but I suppose that's normal for... You jump all over the place for further education. Anyway, we got the item secured, so that's probably the start. We're preparing to make the trek back to Suprafortis. We've sustained significant equipment losses getting through the thick vines and the seer defenses. Our remaining loadout: 3 golems, 1 with non-functioning weapons, 8 machetes. There should be a comma there. Who was proofreading the text? All in need of sharpening. Oh no, it's probably like, maybe it's intentional. They're just writing stuff down as they go. All in need of sharpening, 3 shield generators, none at full functionality, 14 rifles, all of which have become mud-clogged and unreliable, 6 field engineers, also mud-clogged and unreliable. Okay. That was pretty funny. What's in the supply box? A book of poetry?
Look at all this trailblazing gear. Wherever they came through must be
okay, so it's really
overgrown.
difficult to get through, and you need machetes and shit.
I've found where we need to go. I'm sending some coordinates. Gather up what you need and meet me there when you're ready.
Okay, but I can continue looking. There's literally just a cursed artifact on the ground. Oh. Let me out. Let me out. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. This book seems to contain page after page of Asuran love poems. Oh, to be the bolt to your wrench, that the torque of your soul might apply to me. Oh, to be a cog in the gear train of your heart, that I might help convey your energy. You conclude this is unlikely to lead anywhere useful. Well, I think I'm making an assumption there, because what happens if I end up like in a situation with Vlox where I need to seduce him and I suddenly don't know any Asuran love poems? Hope I can remember the bit that I read. You're assuming a lot there that might be, you know, oh look, a cursed artifact. Oh no! Oh no, not the cursed artifact. Okay, I'm fine. Stop shooting your bow, you're fine. Alright, let's read this journal. I thought that spider was in the bubble tube for a second. Figures that I get sent to trudge back through the jungle, straight into enemy-held territory. Just grab, I don't even... What is the thing? Why do they keep vaguely referencing the thing? What would Kuda have needed that they left behind? Clearly something nobody thought was important enough to bring the first time. A sentimental item? Is it another Mr. Quiggles? I'm glad to be doing... Okay, so another box on the graph of good things I hope does happen. Kuda sent all of her entire retinue back to a different map, and half of them got captured because she needed to get her specific Mr. Quiggles and no one brought it. I hope it's a second Eye of the Obscure for no reason. I'm glad to be doing something, I guess. Things have been too quiet lately. The director is preoccupied with something, and whatever it is, he's doing it entirely on his own. I guess I should just count myself lucky I'm here as Kuda's courier than one of her subjects. Yeah, he doesn't really... See, some of the thing that's giving credence to... Is that the right word? To the idea that Vlox is maybe not evil. He doesn't seem to care about the inquest itself, and he doesn't work with them on anything. He really does seem to be using them as an extension of just things that he can utilize. Our shipment of sentimental items got lost. I would like that, because I like the random adding. They do like to throw like odd relatable things at random NPCs. So I do like that they threw out things that made those prisoners feel like just slightly humanized. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. So I think I would expect, I want to see Kuda be like developed a little bit. I want there to be something about her that's interesting, instead of just she wants to kill us because we murdered her dad, which is understandable, but we already knew that. Oh, hey, Defed. Boing. Alright, so I think we checked all the other stuff, and now we are going... It's there? Oh. Oh, I see. So this whole island, is that like a volcano or a mountain? That looks like a volcano. I wonder if the final area of the expansion will be like up here. So we landed here, specifically right on this point, and then we went and then Canuck set up a pub, and then we came through into more inland for Starlit Weald, and we found the Inquest had bases here, but also the seer stuff starts like further in here, and now we're going down there, and we're gonna like follow the river. I think yeah, this is a river. Follow the water line round to Eternity's Garden, which is much further inland, so that's probably where the important stuff is, and it looks incredibly water-based from the look of it. I hope Vlox was one of the Asura you had to keep Inquest from recruiting at the starting map preschool. That's adorable. I haven't thought about that much. I mean, I do think about the fact that we did do that, and whether we changed any of their lives, I guess. Hey, the meta is going on, don't mind me. Oh, stop teleporting forward. I get the feeling Vlox is older than the main character, I guess. But I wish they would have some, like, random NPC Asura be like, oh, hey, you're the one who stopped me from joining the Inquest when I was, like, 7 inches tall. Thanks for that. That would be cool. I want them to just reference anything else within the game. Just for any reason. And it's not like they don't do that, because in Icebrood Saga, they brought back like every single personal story char just to have them like express that they don't care about you in some way. So that was fun. Hello. Wow, it's all of us. And PTM is a member of this group now. That's great.
Looks like we're finally making some progress here.
Hello.
Going to be a tough trek through the jungle, though.
That makes, what, the 6th time we've done so together?
Interesting. Are these excursions a regular hobby of yours?
Castora has dangers other places do not. But Canuck is right. This is not outside of your usual fare.
Let's get going then. We're far enough behind as it is.
Wait. I'm getting a call here. Give
Oh
me a
god,
moment.
is it Vlox again? It is! He will not stop calling me! And I have to go all the way over here so they don't listen in. I hope he calls me, like, private area with these 2 other players. I hope he calls me, like, from bed at some point. Who said that?
Sorry to have kept you waiting. There's been pressing matters I couldn't ignore. I hope you've had some time to consider everything.
I have. But it's hard to know what to make of it when I still don't know what you're going to do.
I haven't hidden anything from you, Commander. But as I said before, I can't tell you what I don't even know myself. When the rite is complete, I will decide what to do next. Perhaps I'll merely need to make Tyria's rulers stand aside, let their people decide their future for themselves. But it also may require more complex maneuvering. Who's to say? I'm as eager to find out as you are.
The only way this is going to end well is if you step down from the Inquest and come to our side. Think of what you could accomplish working alongside the Alliance and the Astral Ward.
Commander, does one partner with the disease in searching for the cure? The Alliance and the Ward are infected with the very corruption and myopia I need to fix. I tried to do this the way you always have, but it doesn't work. The problem is too large, and the stakes are too high. I know you're coming to find me. I'm glad. Once this ugly business is done, you'll see that I've been on your side all along.
Glowing bunny. Yeah, okay, so I think that was just a touch base. Yeah, this is still what he's up to, real quick. But I'm glad he's, like, keeping in touch. Like, No one else in this game calls me to chat. No one. Especially not you. Why don't you ever call? He's the only person who does that, and by that metric, that makes us best friends. Is he just an anarchist? I think so. I think that seems to be what he wants. I'm a little maybe disappointed that he said he doesn't know what he actually intends to do. He just seems to want to rip down all the power structures that are in place right now. Of which there are many, but the main one is probably the Astral Ward. We just mentioned he doesn't want to join that. Your own kids don't even call you. I'd hesitate to call Brea one of my kids, even though he was pretty young when we met him. Sorry, this guy's name is Despard Dubois. Oh my god, look at him! That is Despard Dubois if I ever saw one. I like how this person's glowing a lot too. It's a brand new story. You'll see like all these is that okay? That was Spider-Man. I have to go. I have to go. Oh hey, edible dragon. Oh my god, that's gorgeous. Wow. Sometimes these things are a little impressionist, but that was very detailed. Oh my god. Wait. Is that it? I think that's Inquest. That's Inquest. I thought that was one of us for a second. So an Inquest died on the way here. I'm so glad this guy made it through. Yeah, he was like 17. It just didn't seem like he was at the time because they used the adult model, but just short. They made him small. Okay, well, we seem to have managed to get here in one piece. As dead Inquest. I don't know if we killed them or the jungle did.
This is it then. What's the plan? Just hack our way through the jungle?
Unless you've got a better idea.
Isgarin seems to be having heartburn.
Long enough for
Does
a way
anyone else
in,
care about
so
this?
Let's not waste any more time.
Are you up for this journey, Isgarin?
It matters not. We must act now while we can. Do not worry.
Okay, well that means he's having period cramps.
Well then, let's get to it.
That's literally the exact phrase of words that means I have period cramps. Go on without me. Creeping into a... I mean, yeah, they mentioned that we've done this before, but it is literally kind of Heart of Thorns-ish. Wait. I don't have a machete. Wait. Just let me know, I'll get you a new one. Do people lose their machete? Sorry, Isgarin's turning Super Saiyan right now. I've reclaimed and repaired no fewer than 47 machetes since arriving on Kastora. I've gotten really good at it. Okay. Oh, I have to take it out and then... Well, you guys are shit at this. You're doing nothing. Right, stow it away. I like that you put in exclamation Interrobang bird. Is that an Interrobang? I don't remember. What's it called when it's programming? I didn't mean to do that. Smack. I didn't mean to do that either. Oh no, a raptor. Oh gosh. Well, they really did not fare very well. Am I touching it? I don't want to be touching it. Oh my god. Isgarin, can you stop so we can get you some ibuprofen? My friend made a Discord bot that returns a random picture of a pigeon for Bird and Pep. That's fantastic. I love that. I wish we could have that in Twitch chat too.
You're right. Let's stop to rest for a moment.
Our enemies will not give us that same luxury.
Our enemies are all dead by the looks.
Must press on. Without me, if need be.
Oh my god, he's got self-sacrifice
sure that's a real
syndrome.
option.
Locke's right. We can't do this without you. If you need a moment, let us know.
Very well. But do
The
not
music
lose sight of
can
the task
calm
in
down,
front
by
of
the
us.
way.
This is more important than I.
Oh, since when were you
I'm
like...
surprised you left the pub to come trudging through the woods with us, Canuck.
You're frustratingly perceptive, you know that? Do you remember how I was when we met, Commander?
Oh my god!
Determined and idealistic, willing to do whatever was necessary.
Oh my god!
At some point, I stopped trying to save the world. I wasn't very good at it anyway, so why not leave it to someone else? I don't regret the life I lead now, make no mistake. And it could be that's where my real talent lies. But maybe your new friend makes me feel a little guilty about giving up. Maybe it's time I fix that.
Glad to hear it.
Ah! Okay, I didn't even think to put... Hang on, I need to pull away because the music is just... Alright, no, they're just gonna keep wailing on it. Oh my god, I need whoever... Okay, if this ever reaches an ArenaNet employee, if you ever hear this, find whoever it was who was like, let's have Canuck reference his origins and how we met, which is now not even possible to experience in the current game, and talk about the way he's changed along the way and have him address it. I love you, and you have my eternal gratitude for putting that in. That would have been something that I was kind of hoping for it in the previous section, you know, because he's coming with us to a random island with dangerous wildlife and fucking shit up, and it was like, we could probably get a South Sun reference out of this, and then we didn't, which is fine. I thought it might be a little funny aside. But no, he didn't even make a joke about it. He had an earnest conversation. And that would have been unthinkable when we met this guy. Hang on, I need to reread some of that. So we were like pointing out that he doesn't really engage with us as a group of do-gooders because he's more interested in his own I'm trying to think of the word. Ventures is what I was trying to think of. But he was like, do you remember how I was when we met? Determined and idealistic, willing to do whatever was necessary. Like, I've been waiting. I'm sorry that everything has to come to a halt because Canuck said something. I have been waiting for that to like just be mentioned in some way, the fact that he has changed this much. And I can't criticize it because these characters do change. And I can't really say I preferred him before because he's clearly more comfortable with the way he is now, even if I liked the dynamic more when he was, let's just say the Heart of Thorns era, whatever he was then. But he's never been like comfortable talking about himself or how he feels. Even after he got better at it, we tried to invite him to be in our group, like officially, and he turned us down. And then we just tried to say, hey, okay, I hope that you do well in general. And he left being like, don't fucking say that to me. He has been so adverse to any kind of meaningful and sincere interactions. This is my 9/11. Hang on. At some point, I stopped trying to save the world. I wasn't very good at it anyway. I mean, that's kind of a reference back to South Sun.
Up to Margaret yet?
Yeah, getting there. Ask me again when this is all done with. You know, while Vlox is our first priority, we're still going to have to deal with the rest of the Inquest. If he really doesn't plan to stay as their leader, they might be even more dangerous afterward.
Agreed.
There's something else that's been bothering me. Locke says he doesn't know what he's going to do after the rite. Let's say he really does intend to do the right thing. What if there isn't one?
What do you mean?
You mean to ask Tribune what he'll do if only bad options exist? Will he pick the least harm or the most potential for good?
A quandary older than Tyria itself.
Not sure I even know what we would do.
Yeah, I mean, the crux of this entire issue is one guy wants to be all-powerful, and that happens like fairly regularly in a fantasy game, sure, but if a guy wants to be all-powerful and is promising he wants to do it for like the right reasons, what do? And you know, he is yet another in this very definitive line of, I mean, I call them like the non-dragon antagonists, the non-draconic antagonists throughout the game. So Scarlet Briar, Balthazar, Joko, and now Vlox, all of whom like are clearly villainous in design. They're not supposed to be anything else. They have this like mentality that isn't too far away from the main characters, and I mean Joko like literally calls out the similarities, but all of them, oh, and Bangar of course as well, they have this through line of wanting to be like you. You are a storied and established hero by this point. You've done things that have done a lot of good in the world, and how has that affected people who maybe don't want to agree with you, or I don't know. You have to admit that the world might have been destroyed were it not for a single person. How can you come to terms with that? That's not a good thing, is it? The world shouldn't be changed on the whims of a single person, yet that's what we are doing. That's what the game revolves around.
I think there's something up ahead. Let's see if we can get a better angle.
It's not that we chose that, it was thrust upon us, but it still is the truth. And maybe all the different versions of villains is how they deal with it. I have this pet theory about Scarlet Briar, who was the first, like, antagonist with a will that we ever had. I have this theory that the reason she did everything that she did was because she knew how important we were going to be, and she wanted that to be her. She was essentially jealous of us being the main character of the story, and she tried to manipulate events to make herself like have that role, be our foil, our mirror image as a villain, so that she could somehow be at the point of making decisions for the world because she thought she was brilliant enough to deserve it. I think with Scarlet it was about deserving that kind of, like, who are we? We were nobody. She was someone who had so much going for her and had learned a lot and was admittedly brilliant by many people's standards. She probably felt that she deserved to be the person at the crux of the fate of the world more than us, and she was probably right. I don't think she was insane. I think she was just kind of unhinged, but feeling things that were in some way understandable. Joko was so jealous of what we've been doing, he literally like made propaganda that took the stuff we did and changed it so it was him instead, and then made an academy where he taught everyone a false version of history. Bangar had that whole thing about seeing our relationship with a dragon as a form of a form of power scaling, but he was talking about that as well, like it couldn't be that one person has that kind of influence over the world, and therefore he wanted it too, so that he could be a player on that stage. This whole game is other characters taking note that you are the main character and having fairly understandable reasons to doubt you. And sometimes they aren't even wrong. Like, I think Scarlet Briar did things the wrong way, but what she wanted, if she wanted to make sure that, you know, she saw how fate would go in an esoteric sense, she was probably like, hey, we can't give all of the world's consequence to a single person. Let's try and mess that up in some way. Yeah, and then Bangar wanted to become a dragon champion because we were one, because he didn't want to consolidate all
Looks
of
like
that
we got
power
the
into a
drop on
single
that.
person that he
Let's
couldn't
take them out
control.
quickly.
A lot of this is about having a contention against the commander because she's too powerful for the circumstances and yet at the same time completely necessary. She needs to be here in these scenarios because she's actually doing things to save people, to help people, and yet there are those individuals who don't think anyone should have that kind of influence and power, and they're right, we shouldn't. It's both necessary and also unwanted. Eyes on the raptors, thank you, exactly. So yeah, that is the thing I like about all the villains in the game that were not the dragons, which are like their own category. They're all people who somewhat like have a meta understanding of how important we are in this story, and then wanting to like stop us or rival us or pretend to be us. And it's all stuff that we've kind of invited into the situation because what we are as a main character just isn't healthy. And I think they've made it quite clear it's not healthy for us either. I find that a very magnetic kind of dynamic. It's not like we wanted to be a hero, or it's not like we were essentially chosen for it or even put our name forward from it. Oh, thank you, Normal Formal. I'm just kind of like spitballing how this feels and trying to make it make sense.
Let's see if they've got anything useful on them.
Because I've played this for a really long time, and I like to find that sort of consistency, and I like that Vlox is continuing that exact vibe forward, because I like all those villains for that reason. They all seem to have a compelling reason why they want to combat us in a way that I think makes sense. If his thing is that he wants to be an incredibly powerful hero who can change the course of, you know, whatever's happening at the time, he wants to be us, just like Scarlet Briar wanted to have our role, just like Bangar wanted to have our level of he wanted to have what we have with Aurene, with a dragon of his own. Oh my god, that's beautiful. The sky looks like liquid. Wow. One of the things I did say was really nice about Kastora was the beach feels like slightly ethereal, but when you get into the forest it feels very densely magical, and this is even deeper, so now we have stuff like that. Oh, congrats, Waspman. You sell those. Oh no, a new build is available. Okay, we've kind of set up here. Oh yeah, I was talking about Canuck stuff before I got into this. I mean, I could kind of put Canuck in that category. He was someone who saw an injustice in the world that he was kind of vaguely, but nonetheless responsible for, and he realized he couldn't live with himself if he didn't do something about that. And what he chose to do, like many of the other villains, was misguided and ineffective and caused more harm. And he was only stopped when we went in there and forced him to stop. But I like to think that we were the kind of person who knew that we should spare him. And not everyone would have done that. If we had left, I don't know, Ellen Keel to do it herself, she probably would have killed him. Just because he was a threat. You know, she has very much been a I'll blow it up rather than deal with it kind of person. I wasn't laughing at you for doing that. It's great. You get your Switch too. Oh yeah, I did like, please tell Waiting Sorrow to stop projecting her period cramps onto his Garen. I like that we're assuming that anthropomorphic bears have period cramps. But I think she would do that, so yeah, that does make sense. In Heavensward, there's a moment where one guy asks the group why they keep making you fight gods alone. They're the only one with the echo. It makes them immune to the thrall. The lady who just joined us said that too. I don't remember exactly the context. I mean, how I have played it, but it's a bit far away from me now. But yeah, like in that, you are given like specially powers, and a few other people have them too, right? Hello, Modfox. We're trying to make it through the jungle, and this is our incredibly powerful friend, but he has period cramps, so we have to help him. You're a big fan of Guild Wars. Name every guild. I mean, I was literally, my brain immediately tried to answer you, and I was like, okay, who are the guilds I always see? Well, there's Reba, there's LGBT, that's the only ones I remember right now, but there's at least like 4 big guilds that you see everywhere. All right, I'm out the mission area. Sure, can I talk to him? No, let me talk to him. I want to have like a private conversation about what he just said. I don't regret the life I lead now. It could be that's where my real talent lies. But maybe your new friend makes me feel a little guilty about giving up. Maybe it's time I fix that. Okay, so it's, yeah, I just had to go back over it because that was so meaningful to me. As well as discussion on, yeah, it's a little revealing that Vlox doesn't know what he wants to do with that level of power. You think of if someone is motivated by ideology, they would know what they want to do. It's giving person who says they want to start a capitalism-free commune but doesn't have any like applicable skills that they can actually put to use if they made one. Like, what is your job in the socialist commune? Because it can't be playing video games. Why the Shiva didn't help instead of putting everything... Oh yeah, I forgot. She had that power that you have, and she used it to turn into Shiva and then insist that she was embodying Shiva and that her old dragon lover would then do what she wanted. And the dragon was like, you're not actually her. Stop being a tulpa of my dead wife. I remember this from 5 doing it. PTM, the dog's not here. Oh god, he can't hear me. I'm just checking if I can speak to anyone. No. Okay. Alright, what is Kuda gonna say to me?
This is a reminder that you have all been given your assignments and know your duties. The director is occupied with his own tasks, the details of which are not your concern. You answer to me! Your loyalty is to the inquest. Don't you dare forget it.
Definitely sounds like they're not all on the same page.
Yeah, I was thinking that. So, the characterization difference between Kuda and Vlox is that Vlox doesn't really care about the inquest. He's just using them to get what he wants. He seems to have risen to the point that he's at through sheer competence. Whereas Kuda is extremely loyal to the inquest and insists on having loyalty from her underlings. But that makes sense because her whole deal is that she resents us because of what happened to Kudu, and Kudu was a big head of the inquest, so by being loyal to her father, she's, by design, has to be, like, a vital part of the inquest, and she couldn't consider, like, not being in it. Ready for what's ahead? Oh, any last thoughts? I can talk to them! Okay, good. I don't really care about Seda. I'll do Connect last. You miss 5? I also miss 5. I mean, I talked to them like 2 hours ago, but yeah. He doesn't like the humidity? That's all you have to say? Okay, that's fine. It's nice that he's not complaining, I guess. Sure. Okay. Was that out of 4? Are you the only one left? Perhaps we should be moving. Any last thoughts? Oh, okay. I thought it might be a little deeper than that, but we did talk to him on the way. Hang on a sec. Hang on. Hang on. Did I complete what I was just doing? Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Wait. Oh, it is Isgarin. Okay, I was just making sure. Oh, look, can I slap his bald head
You were
from
right,
here?
Iskarin.
Suddenly plotted his revenge well, it seems.
Look, don't kill Isgaran, by the way. This is going in a big red blob for things I don't want to happen. Don't kill Isgaran. He's interesting.
We should make camp for the
I
night
need him to
anyway.
survive this.
We'll need to be rested for what's to come.
Okay, I want to get the bunk next to wherever Canax is. Rubbing it brings you luck. Oh, why did he talk to me again? Okay. Get some rest. Bed. What, the inquest hammocks? That's bed? I don't like this. The only reason we would go to sleep in the middle of a storyline is that something bad's gonna happen. This is literally an inquest's own base camp. We're gonna get ambushed. We're absolute. Hang on, I can go in here. Oh. Hello? Hello? Well, the stairs that go up there, okay. Don't die, Scarron. You're too sexy. There's no one else on this team anymore who has 4 arms. There's only you. And we cannot lose that representation. You know what? It's weird that I'm saying this, but I miss our actual, like, human companions. I don't want Saida to take the place of the human companion in the story. She's fine, I just don't care about her. I do care about the other humans. Oh my god, that's a painted Canuck in the middle! This is a great time to go to sleep for the first time in your entire life. Oh! Nothing went wrong. We actually did go to sleep and then wake up in the morning. Everything's changed. Wait, what? This looks completely different. Oh, did we... Okay. No, that's good. So when I say, obviously this is about to happen, and then it doesn't, that's good. I'm not someone who always needs to be surprised, but putting up something that seems like it's almost a cliche, and then swerving it, and you're like, oh, okay. Where is that going? I guess we just kind of changed the layout. Like when it said go to sleep, but it actually meant we'll disassemble this inquest stuff and put up our own beds, unless this is not real. I think it's real. Oh shit, we moved the hell in. I see. So the go to sleep was like, we're constructing an actual camp in the meantime. That's what it was for.
Good. You're all awake. I have made
The hammock did look comfy.
The weight of this place is too much. Even if I press on.
Yeah, you are kind of a liability with your period cramps.
Now more than ever, you must not slow down for me or anyone else. I must wait until the curse is broken.
Again, they've taken this to an extreme to explain why an extremely powerful character cannot assist us and trivialize what's about to happen, which makes perfect sense. Like, you have to do that kind of thing.
Remember the path.
He sounds so weak.
I stood here.
Then we'd best start looking immediately.
God, I'm actually worried for him. This is getting to me. I'm immersed in this, but because I'm worried about people I didn't think I would be worried
Perhaps
about.
the answer to this curse is here. Your focus must remain on Vlox, but if an answer presents itself, please do let me know what you find.
He's wiggling. Okay. Yoink. That experience added like nothing. 5 million experience. His original plan was to get you to take Eagles, but he got distracted by Category 4 tummy hurts. Category 4 tummy hurty. Yeah, it's really bad. I was actually, you're speaking of Eagles, I was gonna say, this reminds me, this is a good example. I like finding like good narrative examples of stuff. Do you guys, if anyone is familiar, and I hope you are, if anyone is familiar with The Hobbit, do you remember the bit where all of them are like trying to get all the way to the mountain and they're all a bunch of dwarves and they all have to go through the big spider forest. And when they're in there, all hell breaks loose. And before they go in the spider forest, they're traveling with Gandalf like the whole way, and then Gandalf, like, right as they reach the forest, Gandalf says, "You guys have to go in ahead of me, and I'll meet you like around the other side, because I have to go do something." And they're all like, "What? You're making us go into the disgusting spider forest without you, the wizard?" And he's like, "Yeah, no, sorry, there's something I gotta do." And I'm pretty sure this is like an anecdotal thing. I don't remember the source, so I'm gonna tell you anyway, because this is my stream and I get to spread misinformation. I'm pretty sure it was like they asked Tolkien what reason did Gandalf had to like leave them behind, and he said, "I don't know, it didn't matter." Gandalf had to leave them at that point because that was the story. The story is that, you know, they go in there and they face tribulations in the forest, and they all have to get out of it in certain ways. I forget exactly. Is it that he uses the ring and like turns invisible and is able to get one over on the spiders, and then they have to finagle their way in? They get captured by elves, and then they get out from the elves, you know. But it's all that's their responsibility to handle it, and it has to be their skills that get through that section. And if Gandalf was there, none of that would have happened, because Gandalf would have used magic to repel the spiders and some sort of like wizard immunity to protect them from the elves, and they would have been fine through the whole thing. So Gandalf couldn't be there, or else the story wouldn't have weight and risk. So if you have a really powerful character, I don't remember whether he had the ring at that point. I thought maybe he did, but it could have just maybe it's been a while since I did read The Hobbit. But yeah, if you've got a really powerful character, in both cases here they are wizards. Isgaron is like the most powerful magical being in the world. He is an insanely powerful wizard, so he's comparable to Gandalf. If you've got someone like that in your group and they have an invested reason to be on the journey, and you're about to do something that they would easily trivialize, you just have to subdue them in some way. You know, you got to explain it. And Tolkien knew that, and he was like, "Okay, Gandalf takes off here." And everyone's like, "Why?" Well, it doesn't matter. He just did. He had something to do. He had to go to the post office that day. It doesn't really matter. You just make something up, and then your characters are left on their own to fend for themselves. And that's part of the rising action of a story, is that you start with like buffers, like when you're bowling and you have a buffer on the side so the ball can't go in the gutter, and then partway through the story you're taking the buffer away so that risk is more apparent, and the characters now have to start proving themselves with the skills that they have and have been using. And you gradually, like, it's like having a child, like you're putting them into more risky situations after they've been given more of the tools they need to handle that as they gain independence. And that's just generally the style of a hero's journey. So it's easy to talk about because the hero's journey is like really simple stuff. So that's just a very simple and easy step to put into something. If Isgaron didn't have his tummy ache, but he was still here with us, and obviously he wants to be here because this is his history we're looking through, he would just be blasting lasers through anything in our path and stopping all the traps and whatever, and that wouldn't work with the story because it would be really easy and there wouldn't be any excitement in it. So now he has a tummy ache. And it's explained perfectly well. This whole place is resisting his presence because it was built literally to keep him from ever getting back into their society. So yeah, I just think that's neat. Oh, hang on. Gollum was hanging out in the same mountain. No, he wasn't. Gollum was down in some underground cave. I think it was like in the middle. It's about the middle that they find the ring with Gollum, and then it's way before the bit at the end. Yes, the Goblin King bit. It goes Goblin King, fall into the depths of the Goblin Mountain, find ring, escape, reconvene, Gandalf goes to the post office. That is the storyline of The Hobbit. It's the same as running a D&D campaign. No one has fun if the DM's overpowered NPC kills everything. Yes, comparable example. So as a DM, you would have to think, you know, you got to improvise some of that, but you have to be like, okay, if this would trivialize that, my NPC has to fuck off down the Weatherspoons and do something else. And then your players get the opportunity to take the stage and prove what they know, to handle any situation, and then it would feel rewarding. I love that you get to stare at your pretty ranger. Oh, she's very pink in this light. It's not. She's meant to be this color. She's meant to be blue. Look at my plant. I hate these arm pieces. I need different arm pieces. These are real bad. I don't like them. Oh my god, another ad break. This is happening so quickly. I can't believe it's another ad break. It's supposed to be an hour, and it feels like it's been 20 minutes. I should have... hang on. I should have done that whole thing about Gandalf during the ad break. I'm sorry. Okay, just hold on to your butts. We'll have a quick ad break. This is the last ad break, I think. Probably, because... I want to get as much of this in as possible, but I've been yapping way more than I should have been. Shout out to Fallout 3, words that have never been said before, where you have to do a final sacrifice of going into turbo radiation, and there's a super mutant companion who's immune to radiation. You can ask to do it instead, and he just goes, no. This is your destiny. I would not rob you of this. He even says it like he's not even particularly sure. For legal reasons, I will, you know... Man, stream just started and it's already ad time. I will acknowledge that Fallout 3 has a fix-it ending DLC that changes it so you can tell Forks to go in the reactor. Can you tell Charon to go in the reactor? Because I think that would make sense as well. Did they change it so Charon also goes in? And then you have like a ton of options. Like the way it should have been. Like in a choice-based RPG that actually made sense. If you bring someone who's immune to the radiation, you can make them go in and do it. And you can also make like Sarah Lyons go in and do it. And that's kind of an evil thing to make her do. Because she will also die, but then she wakes up and I think she's fine. Don't get me started about Fallout 3. Don't get me started about Fallout 3, please. Please, we'll just be standing here for the next hour. Flawless game. Okay, I'm gonna challenge myself. I need to think of one thing I liked about Fallout 3 right now. Just one thing. Oh, I liked Tranquility Lane. That's what it's called, right? Tranquility Lane is a really good, genuinely good aspect and like situation. The fact that they have like retro style hibernation pods that you can plug into a virtual reality. I feel like the setting itself should do more with that. Like, I think that's the only time they've done a pod with virtual reality. You'd think there would be at least 17 vaults built just around that concept, but that's a really good bit. I like that it puts you into black and white for the duration. I like that there is a music puzzle in there where you have to repeat the background music that's playing on like little bells. I genuinely did that, understanding, like I played the notes and I was like, oh, you can play notes. And then I heard the background music and I was like, I'll play the background music that's happening right now. And that solves the puzzle. That was genuinely one of my top gaming moments, if I'm being generous. It was just a good puzzle executed well. I liked it. The rest of that game, dog shit. I guess we'll have to play Fallout so you can talk about it. I can't go back. I mean, I could replay a Fallout. Specifically, if they finally give us some kind of... Oh, hang on, I can go back to the game. If they finally give us any kind of remake or reconstituted New Vegas. I will play that again 1,000,000 times, but I think they're actually coming out with a remake of Fallout 3. So, you know, yeah, I think that's what they're doing. I did complete Old World Blues the other day. Oh, congratulations. Old World Blues is very fun. I found it a little weirdly... Old World Blues is better than the engine it's installed in. That was my problem. Like, I found it really hard to understand the fact that the robots have a conversation, but they all talk amongst themselves, but you only ever look at one of them, so I could not tell who was speaking. It's just a fault of that engine not really adding up to what they wanted to do with it. That was like the pain point for me, but it's a really good DLC in itself. I like how Fallout 3 made all other games look better by comparison. It's got some things in it that aren't too bad, but as an overall like experience, it's not good. I think we've probably all seen H-Bomber Guy's video about it, right? I rewatched it just the other day because I don't watch new things when I need YouTube second screen content. I just put some essay I've seen already and I watch it again. You didn't like Three Dog coming at you live in the Capital Wasteland. Three Dog was like the only character I cared about and no, that's not true. I liked Forks. I like Forks and Three Dog. Three Dog is kind of over popular. Stop telling me about the new build. Three Dog's kind of over popular. He did just kind of have some like things to say, but he was the only one in there who had like a personality, who seemed like someone who could have really been alive, who wasn't just deadened by the fact that they were constantly thinking this world is exploded and rotten and everyone who lives in it has to be fully aware of that. Like, no, people who live in that situation would be making the best of it and trying to live their own lives. They wouldn't be sitting around just like picking their toenails saying, well, I guess the world blew up because of nukes and now we don't do anything anymore, which is most of the other characters. Except that one guy who lives in a high-rise skyscraper who's like, I need to blow up that one town over there that's full of people. Why? I don't know. In one D&D game, Pathfinder 2E, the players rolled high enough and lucky enough to adopt my planned recurring antagonist who was quite powerful. So I looked at the situations they were in and went, how can I make their new idiot son a problem? That is exactly what you do. If you're writing anything and it feels something happens like that, or even if you're writing like your own story and you realize that you have too much stacked like on your side, there's too little going on, you need to create problems. You need Ritlock. Half of this game happened because Ritlock like fucked up. Literally. Make up a character who does stupid things for understandable reasons. Justify it and say, yeah, now things are a problem because of this one guy. No, I did like Three Dog. I like that they tried to write like one character in that entire game. I'm reminded of the game I got for blacking out my Bing. Wait, what happened? Explain. Thank God, finally more Fallout 3. Oh no, I was shitting on it, and Edible Dragon really likes Fallout 3. Oh, you know the DC area. Like, games that are set in areas you know are really cool. When I bought one of my graphics cards, like 2 graphics cards ago, it came with a copy of Assassin's Creed, the one that's set in London, and I was like, I actually want to play that because I lived there and I want to see the faithful recreation in a video game of somewhere that I know, because that rips. That's rad as hell, and I never actually played it. I don't know how to. Who runs Assassin's Creed? Is it like Ubisoft? You have to download some kind of fucking thing that they run, and I don't know where it is. You can kill Three Dog. This is for demonstration purposes only. Such as you kill Three Dog. Can you kill him? I don't even remember if you can kill him. He doesn't do anything with the plot, so he's not essential, right? I say that knowing that they made everyone essential. Weird how Mr. House is a VTuber if you think about it. Defed, I want you to know I cannot do this because it wasn't in a 5 or veg stream, but I would want to screenshot that and put it in the quotes channel. And I can't because it's not part of their stream and it's their Discord, but I would quote that. That's really funny. Is he? I mean, to me, Mr. House is one of those people who speaks through a, you know, when you put a filter on so you look different, like he's an old wizened up old corpse and he puts a filter on so he looks like Walt Disney or whatever. My friend put in a mod that gives him Miku hair. Oh, Veg gave me a Steam code during stream yesterday for a dog shit game for complete. Oh, you won that! I must have missed it. I'm scared to boot it up. That's cool. We should have like a whole like I don't know. Who is the guest streamer who is booting up the Bad Game Bingo reward game this week? Yeah, I know the metro stations were actually, I liked them. I know they were kind of divisive because they made it, the navigation was not great, but I really do like that it was all authentic, and I have seen photos of metro stations in real life and I've been like, oh, I was there in Fallout 3. That was it was accurate enough that I can recognize it even though it's a more modern photo, you know. That's good. I don't like that one of the metro stations has vampires in it. I think that was kind of silly, but that's up to taste. I mean, some people like the vampires. You can kill Three Dog. He has what you need as a note on his call. Right, because he is part of the plot. You have to go to him because he knows where your father is. But they didn't want to make him essential, so they made him killable. But then if you kill him, what he's got on his corpse is a note that says, hey, I guess you killed me, so I have to tell you in a note, your dad went to this vault. Okay, bye. Dies. It's so bad. He speaks through a video of a facsimile of himself. That's true. That's true, he does. Okay, sorry, what do we do? Isgarin is dying. Isgarin is dying and we need to go northward or speak to... Wait. Oh, I think we need to leave? I could have been doing a loading stream while doing that. Okay, this is out of the instance and I only just realized. Ooh, these are such good loading streams. Look at the butterflies. Okay, we're here. Oh, this is actually one of our camps. Like, that was us setting up the camp. I like that. I was really worried. See, another good story writing thing is to put in instances that make your audience scared. Like, having us settle down in what was clearly a previous inquest base and go, okay, well, I guess we're going to sleep now. We'll see you in the morning. Logistically, of course they would do that. Why am I seeing it in the narrative, though, instead of assuming that they did that? Because we're gonna, like, be ambushed during the night, obviously. And it's like, no. That was showing us the setup of a base in this area and how we spent the night here to, you know, allow for this all to be built. Oh, okay. Well, I was worried for a minute.
When I first joined this mission, I thought the Inquest were going to be like the Jade Brotherhood. Misguided, but not entirely evil. From what I've witnessed, though, yet the Scourge is but a chill compared to yours.
If you think Lox's Inquest are bad, you should read up on Kuda's father. He was a vile overseer. We don't miss him. I never
Kuda mentioned!
But I did hear of his prestige when I was studying at the colleges. I shudder.
Leora, I killed him.
Much better. The progeny doesn't fall far from the progenitor.
Okay, yep, they are bringing up Kudu stuff. They are contextualizing Kudu stuff. This is definitely going to be relevant. Ooh, okay, thank you. Is that Liku? Liku, I would die for you. Okay. The vampires were also accurate to real metro stations.
History never lies.
Why do you have an exclamation mark over your head? Novice Whooper. Novice Whooper. I can take her with us? What? That's a new mechanic. I might have confused it with a different thing. Three Dog might actually be the only instance with the objective then updates. You figure it out. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I will rescind my criticism because I wasn't sure, but I wouldn't put it past them. Having someone like be able to be killed, but then there's just a note on them that says, "Hey, guy who killed me, here's the information you need." Like, they would never do that. Okay. The Moth Marsh. Okay, hang on, time out. I need to go to the Moth Marsh. I need to see if there's moths. I need moths. Where is it? I need the Moth Marsh. Hang on. Isgaren's tummy ache can wait. Hang on. Oh my god, do I have to go up? Where's the Moth Marsh? I always keep a collection of any possibly relevant information on me in case someone thinks I'm a raider. You mean like in the Fallout universe raider? Okay, is this okay? Oh. Bye. Come back. Oh, there he is. Okay, never mind. There's another one. They seem to like it here. Shit, I didn't do that dive very well. Oh, there's a dead thing. They got beetles. That's not a moth. I want moths. Where are the moths? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, no, I would hate to break away. Why is there so many beetles? Who decided to live here with the beetles? Deserted inquest camp. I want more moths. When will you wear moths? I don't know. I don't know. Jungle worm larva? The jungle worm doesn't... Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna question. I like that it's red. Okay. What are these ones? I'm going up there. I'm always ready to go run to a toilet in case of a nuke so I can be an environmental story skeleton. But you need to have something on you. You need to have like some kind of prop or item that will like still be there when your skeleton has rotted down. Like a plastic penguin or something. That sounds like something a well-informed raider would say. Okay, who am I talking to here? There's an optional... Who is it? If she's seen any towers nearby.
There are all sorts of seer defenses in the jungle. The further we venture, the stronger they
Pumbaa, in brackets, cute.
Commander, it's exciting working with a legend like you.
Hello.
Almost as exciting as the Castoran wildlife and vegetation. No offense. It's just no one's explored these lands in centuries. Not that you aren't special, too, obviously.
No offense taken, Premhawk. But I'm looking for some kind of tower, not exotic flora and fauna. Seen any signs of one?
The Inquest have a monstrous facility northwest of here. Stuck like a barnacle on a seer structure. Saw spires there. Beyond that, it looks like they've a camp farther north. Didn't get too close. Big tower up there, kind of an eyesore. Oh, you should see the ruins to the west. Trees dragging the stone back to the earth. Tower-like structure there too. Hey, you get a chance to explore later and find anything interesting. Exotic plants, ornery beasties. Be sure to tell me.
Well, I like that we gave a personality to this NPC we may not speak to again. They gave... There's always like a little bit of a flavor. Oh, these beetles are finally not aggressive so I can actually look at them. How come this isn't a mount? How come Kastora didn't add a beetle mount? I mean, it would be kind of hard to sit on it to leave the wings openable, but I think we should have a beetle. I think we deserve beetles. I think Fallout 4 overdid it with the environmental story skeletons, puts them in every other location. 100% agree. They really went overboard. They knew people thought it was funny and they just kept doing it to the point where it was like, you open half the doors knowing there's gonna be a skeleton, like, doing the YMCA poses or something. It's very silly. I don't know if they realized that putting silly things in their game makes it not serious by extension.
Here's your food.
This is the second time I've heard a Brit say whooper and love how it sounds. How else are you saying whooper?
Details to yourself.
The cook would take the edible bits
Opa.
from the cybernetic experiment.
I could say it in a more Cockney way, like whooper. You could do it with a glottal stop, and then it's barely a word. Whooper. We have a beetle mount. Oh, right. I forgot. I was looking at like winged beetles, and I forgot we actually have one. Say it as American as you can. Hang on. I cannot get into the frame of mind to do an American voice unless I have an example to listen to or something. Hang on, does that say Lieutenant Slickfix and Tavi Faux Scream?
You have a question?
No, not at all. Oh, guys, look at this. There's a fucking whooper over here. No. I wasn't trying to do American. I was trying to do Australian as a joke, and that didn't work either. Whopper. Whopper. I'm sponsored by Burger King. I'm just running around. Interesting. So I know where I need to go, but it's giving me the option to go through the other towers just to see what is happening there. I mean, I will. I think I can get there pretty quickly on the Griffin. In fact, I can get even higher. Hang on. Hey, put me in it. Put me in it now. Okay, and now this one. Yeah. Okay. There's a lot of bugs. There were just 15 different mobs that were different kinds of bugs. Okay, so if I put a marker and then head towards the marker like this. Whee! Okay, okay. Let's get there in style. This is a new map. I don't know where I am, what I'm doing, or what I'm missing on the ground here. Okay, let's go. Whoa, oh god!
The Inquest have seized control of the stewards. If we
Tower
win,
here
we
in the
can
west,
sever the connection
tangled
with the
with trees.
realignment spell.
Looks like it
Lazar
might have been
sent her
floating at
research
some
notes to
point,
aid us.
anchored by chains.
Trees, unlikely. I believe it was located to the north. Grand, imposing.
Is it grand and imposing, Commander?
More like abandoned and crumbling. Not sure what Premhawk sees in it. Moving on.
Why did you have to get a dig in about that NPC we just talked to? No, okay, that was funny. Like, they have a whole conversation that you can optionally find if you want to investigate the... Oh, there's a mirror! They said they recalibrated the rewards you get from these, so I'm betting they made it less good. Because, honest to God, these things were giving away the game. No, that's quite a lot of gear, actually. What have I got? Scout all 3 locations without engaging the Inquest in combat. Help the Tyrian Alliance in every other sector of Eternity's Garden before calling your allies to the temple. Huh. Oh, there's a jungle worm down there. I say it like whooper. That's what I said. I can't believe they left so many bugs in. Ha ha ha. I thought they said cheese. Wait. Cheese cube, you may be biased, but what did they actually say? There was one other thing I wanted to mention. It won't be in the chat log now, I guess, probably. Can I scroll back to when Canuck was talking? Right. This bit, the bit that I just nerded out over. The first thing I said was, I'm surprised you left the pub to come trudging through the woods with us, Canuck. I mean, I loved that conversation so much because you can feel, if you know their backstory, you can feel the subtext to what she's saying. What she's saying is, you used to be like the kind of guy who got his hands dirty with me and came on these adventures, you know, more willingly. And now you're kind of resting on your laurels and running businesses and being rich, kind of, and buying yourself boats. And it's very different. She's literally acknowledging that he has changed in a way that a lot of players were pointing out felt, I don't want to say out of character, because a character changing isn't out of character, but a lot of us liked him the previous way, if you see what I mean. And this is almost like they knew we were saying this and put in an exchange that addressed it. Because this does address that. This is about how much he's changed. Do you remember how I was when we met? Determined and idealistic, willing to do whatever was necessary. He's saying the role he's in now is comfortable and he's okay with it. And maybe it's better than him being in the group of heroes, because look at how things were when we met him. He was not good at it. That's literally what happened. He wanted to right a wrong, and he came up with a plan to do it, and he got a lot of people killed. And things only turned around because we stepped in, and, well, he went through, like, a corrective character arc. And he did that on purpose, because he wanted to change. He wanted to be... He knew that if he didn't go through the system and prove that he could be a better civilian, that he'd be choosing a life of just constant running and banditry. You can kind of distill Canuck as my favorite character in this game, apart from the Molten Alliance weapons specialist, obviously, down to he was in prison for what he did. He tried to get a bunch of people out of indentured servitude, essentially. And it was his fault that they were in that situation, so he felt responsible, so he tried to fix it. And he did it really badly, and it caused a lot of problems. And then we captured him alive, and he went to prison. And one thing you can distill his character down to is that, and I had to double check this in my mind that this is canon, because I put this into a fanfic, and I was like, I didn't make this up right, but no. There's a bit where someone that he is in prison nearby to is sprung. They blow open the wall with some explosives, and they spring another prisoner, and it brings down the wall of his cell, and he has the ability to escape if he like easily. They don't care. The people who are escaping don't give a shit about him, so he just sits there until they're gone, and then he has a free route to leave. And he doesn't. He just sits there, like, next to the broken wall until the Seraph or whatever, the Lion Guard rather, the Lion Guard come and find him at dawn, as they realize that, you know, the whole prison's been blown apart, and he's just sitting there. He's sitting on like the edge of a completely busted out cell, able to walk free, and he waits for them to come and get him. And that was one of the first things that happened that made me so endeared to him. And he doesn't do it because he thinks that being in prison is good for him. Hang on. He doesn't do it because he agrees with that system in any way, or that he thinks that he needs to have his behavior corrected or whatever. He does it because he knows that in society's terms, he has to see through a period of incarceration and come out the other side in order to move on in a legal sense and a social sense, and then start over making amends, and he's so committed to those amends that he will be imprisoned if that's what it takes. And I just cannot get over how admirable it is that he's doing something that doesn't go, it's not his moral code that he's adhering to, it's someone else's, because he completely acknowledges that he wants to be acceptable again. You miss him? Like the old him? Or the DiMaggio him? I miss the DiMaggio him. I mean, I think a little bit of the problem with thinking he's changed a bit too much might be simply he used to sound different, and it kind of creates a break point in your mind. They could have very well done the exact same dialogue if John DiMaggio had still been in the game, and it may have felt more cohesive that way, or maybe they have changed him a little bit to suit Matt Mercer a bit more. I don't know. I'm not complaining about that specifically, except that I do kind of wish that John DiMaggio hadn't given him up. But it is what it is. I guess it can't be helped. And if anyone had to take it over, I think Matt Mercer is doing a perfectly fine job with it. I do recognize it. Like, when I hear his voice, I do recognize that's Canuck now. I didn't used to. But I love his character. I'm so glad they put that conversation in. This one line, at some point I stopped trying to save the world. I wasn't very good at it anyway, so why not leave it to someone else? I mean, this is explaining where his mentality is at now. He hasn't seen himself as one of the he's been in our group, he's been saving the world, but it's never been like his thing, right? So he kind of just tapped out. But he's here occasionally. Oh, hello. Hello, Borky. That's a nice dragon. The other thing I did want to mention about that is just that, I mean, I can't reproduce it, but the way your character said, I'm surprised you left the pub to come trudging through the wood with us. It was kind of like playful. It was very much between people who know each other very well, kind of playful. And that is the first voiced line. It may not be the first one ever, but it's definitely one I can be sure about. The first line that Jennifer Hale has voiced in greeting and kind of joking around with Canuck after I told her in person that I really liked when she did that. I told her that one of my favorite things about her voice for the commander was that throughout the storyline, her reactions and greetings to Canuck get very noticeably warmer over time. It starts out being very distant and sarcastic, and then it becomes cordial, and then around season 4 it becomes breathless almost. There's a bit where she realizes he's turned up, and she says it like he's the only thing that matters in this world all of a sudden. And from then on, it just feels really familiar, and I could feel that. I don't know if Jennifer Hale remembers me saying that to her. She may not remember, like, me, just a random person who came for an autograph, giving that one compliment really quick. I don't know if she, like, connected exactly what I was speaking about, because she's been doing these lines over a decade, so understandably she may not remember them all. But if she did remember any of that, and like maybe thought, oh, that's that thing that one fan told me they liked when saying that, that would be so cool. And there's a non-zero chance, I guess. You Jennifer Haled her performance. Ah, that's an actual like dumbass laugh from me. Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. All right, I can go on a little bit longer. I don't want to subject you to another ad break, though. Let's go and check out these towers. I don't know how much else to do. I do want to get this achievement, is the thing. Before calling your allies to the temple. Is the temple the tower we're looking for? I'm not going to get nearly as far into this storyline as I thought I might. I don't know why I thought I would see through like the majority of this narrative, because I played the storyline in this game very, very slowly, incredibly slowly. I just played the ending of the original Act 2 of Visions of Eternity. That was my first time playing that. I just left it unplayed until now because I do everything else. I do the maps.
Inquest have built some kind of facility on top of a huge seer structure northwest of camp. Is this where the tower is?
Ooh.
Describe it.
Oh, I love when he tells you what to
Situated
do.
on an island, spires, pipes coursing with
Wow.
ley magic, pouring into a central chamber.
No, I think not. The Forge, perhaps. A place of great power, but my memory fails me.
He does sound very in pain. Oh yeah, there is a cube with power pouring it. Yeah, that's that doesn't look Seer architecture is neat. It's neat. Oh my god, I love the palette. This is just these colors. Oh my fucking god, I love that. What the hell is that? Don't like that. That's not good looking. Cube looking time. Yay! Oh my god, yeah. No, I love this map already. All I hoped for was the way that the coastline led into Starlit Weald being like a place of intense magic and a sort of wilderness. I wanted that, but like even more, and that does seem like what we've got. It feels tropical, but also...
Watch out, they've sent backup! Get rid of them so we can take down the bridge!
Sorry, Ro, I'm doing something right now. The sky is like swimming in, I guess, magic. And whatever the hell that is.
Make quick work of them! Keep up the momentum!
Cubes are a superior three-dimensional shape in my unbiased opinion. Cheese Cube, if we found any cheese during this storyline, I would simply cheer for you. I really would. Okay, so that was this Artificer's Islet. Is it Islet? There's one more to check. I like that the way they've done this, actually. I was a little confused to begin with because it's like, okay, we know where the objective is. It says search northward, and it's circled on the map, but you also get the option to investigate. And a little bit of me went, wait, why? Why are we looking at the other locations if we know where that is? And it's literally just because you're just role-playing. We're role-playing that we are searching for a specific tower that Isgara knows about. And if you don't want to do that, if you're in a hurry, you can go straight there. But if you want to do the exploration... I'm going the wrong fucking way. If you want to do the exploration and look around a bit and pretend to be doing the scouting for the location, they put that in. And like, oh, that's great, actually. Just let us, like, choose which bit we intend to do. Okay, so the tower... Where's the tower we're looking for? Is it this whole structure? Oh, that's Fireball. No, I meant down. Down.
There's a large inquest presence north of the central island structure. I think I see towers on the cliffs above.
Yes.
North of the Forge, yes, likely that is it. Almost certainly. That temple is home to the Spire of Exaltation.
Any sign of Phlox?
Ritlox is like, he's far away.
Too high up. I can't see anything.
We need to get up there.
No, that completed it. I didn't do oh no, my achievements. Okay. All right, well, we can continue, I guess, since I messed that up. Let's just head up here and see what there is. I want to do maybe one more story instance. I almost regret giving opinions about what I'd like to see in the storyline. only to like not continue it right away. Because this was just a one-off stream, basically. I wasn't intending to see this whole thing through continuously. But I may very well put it on hold for another time. The fuck is that? It's just like the ones in the Wizard's Tower. Is that... I need to look up what those Galdra things are. I mean,
temple.
Do I come back to it later? Or do I, like...
This has to be it.
Director Vlox is no fool. If he's found the spire, it is likely he's already inside. I would join you if I could, Wayfinder. I would suggest you do not venture inside alone.
Find a safe spot as soon as you can, and let us know when you're going in. We'll be right there.
Well, this should be where I lost control of that achievement, because I haven't called them to the temple yet. Let's get a mastery point. Have a sit. Get a power. Discover the mysteries of the Dublin Spire. What's the Dublin Spire? Oh, wow, look at this. Oh, the ley lines leading up it. Why does that look... Why is this Art Deco? Should I be going up here? Where am I? No, I'm supposed to be going this way. What am I doing? It's just because, like, my particular way of playing this is that I start the story, I get into the initial setup, I get to the new map, and then I start doing map stuff. And then I just do stuff around the map and get a full picture of where I am for, like, months, and then maybe I'll do the middle bit later. And since that's my preference, maybe that's how I should stream it. It just means... Yeah, it just means people having to remember what happened. But that's how I play. I don't do all the story in one go. I space it out so it feels like a realistic kind of adventure, I guess. Call your allies to meet. Where is my achievement? I didn't do this yet. Okay, fine. I mean, it's not there anymore. This did come out like 3 hours ago. No, not 3 hours. It came up like 7 hours ago. So I guess I should be a little lenient on very specific triggers.
All right, I'm ready to explore the temple. No sign of locks, but I think it's safe to assume the inquest are inside.
Take care, Wayfinder. This site is ancient, powerful, well defended. I'm sorry you must face this challenge without me.
But not alone. We didn't come all this way just to listen in on comms.
Indeed. I can't wait to see what Vlox has done with the place. We'll find you at the entrance, Commander.
Yay! Oh my god, I just glanced at the Twitch Guild Wars 2 page. Just to check. Because I want to have a raid I can go into when I finish up. And oh my god, the drops have brought in so many more viewers than usual. Like there's kind of like 4 big streamers for this game, and they don't really get over like 1K average, but because there's drops, there's like 4,000 people on the biggest stream right now. That's huge. Drops really do work. Hello there, Ericum the Delusive. All my friends live in the phone. True. The Dublin Spire is a 120-meter dirty stainless steel cone some arsehole set up in the war-torn streets of Dublin. Oh yeah, Waspman, that is what I was gonna do. Yeah, I just wanted to... I don't remember when he finished yesterday, so I don't want to miss it, but like... Let's just do one. Oh god, sorry, I'm such a sucker for purple. I want to do like this one last instance and then we'll wrap up. But I want to say, oh my god, forgotten.
vaguely spiritual overtones.
Vaguely spiritual
Must be the
overtones?
place.
I
He
guess.
has to be here. At least we still have time
Foible.
to stop him.
Is that so?
I'm only
Well,
here
if
for
he
the
managed to
drops.
ascend, we'd all be dead already.
Not sure about
Have
that.
you guys got your drops
Vlock's
from
right.
me? Did you get...
Vlox wouldn't kill the commander.
No, he wouldn't. He likes me.
I wasn't joking.
He's not joking. He
I'll
likes
put in
me.
a good word for all of you when we catch up to him. Now.
I like how I'm
into that
swanning
tower.
around like, yeah, I'll tell the nasty Azura who we're trying to combat not to kill you guys. He'll do what I say. That's fun. I like that we have this kind of inherent power, like, socially. I think it should go without saying, by the way, that Vlox is like... I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. Vlox is a Tumblr sexy man. People have been drawing... You wouldn't even believe the stuff that's coming out of those artists about him. You wouldn't believe it. Unless you, like, truly understand the sexy man mentality. I hope those guys specifically are getting fed.
I'll never get used to fighting
Yes, this is Matt
exploding
Mercer.
weapons.
At least there's no guilt about putting them down.
Guilt?
That was kind of unnecessary, but okay. I had a character with the class where... Wait, you played it? I thought we were joking. You did play it. The class where Great Swords are ranged, that's Mesmers. I love that Mesmers do that. It's very satisfying to me. I hope Mr. Tummyache has gotten lots of sexy art. Edible Dragon, nobody fucking likes him except for me. I like Isgarin a lot. He sounds like the oldest fucking dude in the entire universe because he is, and he has a tummy ache. What the hell is going on in here?
Is this... Are you real? I've been alone so long.
Oh god.
And everything is so confusing.
Oh god.
I'm afraid my sight is not what it once was. Might I ask a boon of you?
Sure. What? I cannot see you clearly, but your aura tells of kindness. Though you do not know me, perhaps you'll be willing to help. I'm afraid I have something pressing to attend to. Okay? Is this the... Yeah, it is. My soul is tethered within these walls, but the key to my freedom is nearby. A question plagues my mind. I sought accounts about my kind's ascension, but how many? What is... I'm actually not sure what that means. Ah! Great. Okay, fine. This might as well happen. What did she want to know? Recall moments from their path as they walked... Oh god. Oh, I could go up. Yeah, no, people like Vlox a lot, and I've seen some heinous stuff. Slash positive. Isgarin doesn't get anything, and I think I'm the only person who genuinely likes him. I think he's funny. Nope, that's a trap. What am I looking for? I don't even know. Maybe I should leave this achievement for right now? Where, oh my god, where am I? Is this the end of that? Yeah, I think that's where I met the seer. Oh my god, there's a garden! Oh, please. Okay, I don't know what she wants me to do. Oh, this is that corridor. Maybe if I go to this statue, something will become clear about it. Not just a trap. I don't know. I don't know what she wants. Oh my god, they're riding bugs. Hey everyone, come with your bugs to me. Whee! Can I speak to her again? How many accounts of my kind's ascension were discovered? Oh, so this is like a legit thing to do. Okay, I'm not going to do this right now. I want to finish up, and I'm just going to get through this instance. I will do that achievement on my own time, because I would like to give it the attention it actually wants me to give. you have to figure out what she actually means by any of that by exploring properly. Anyway, go my bugs. Do. I forgot to put on my damage build again. I'm gonna change to it because everyone else here can keep me alive. So it's more important that I do damage, which means this is my try-hard build. It uses the same weapons, but just hits harder and has way less defense. And it has some more glowy shit that just comes up over my head. Please, leave me alone. Come on. Die. Okay.
His statue.
Oh,
looks
wow.
more than ceremonial. Something to do
Well,
with the
Markov
defenses?
cock.
Impressive. But I'm focused on the things that are actively trying to kill me right now.
I'm sure Vlox just waltzed right by all this with Ancora in hand.
That's true. Apparently,
Maybe he hasn't had time to activate everything. Let's not
the
wait around
powerful
to find
staff
out.
gives you immunity to everything. So he didn't have to deal with this. Why is it? Oh, sorry. That's not even where I'm meant to go. Boop, 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 boop. Look at the little arrows. What the hell does that mean? And then in here? Do. I love these statues they have of themselves. It's hard to get a read on them, you know, because how do you judge an extinct race you're only experiencing through the occasional visions of individual ones? But there's a lot. They make statues of themselves quite a lot, and I don't know if it's a specific seer or if it's just like, hey, we're great. You know, we make statues of people who have like some kind of influence. But imagine if we just made a statue of a human being and was like, yep, humans, we're good. Eyes on the raptors, of course. Sorry, I'm still kind of. It's really.
Inquest junk. Somebody's here, that's for sure.
Okay, hang on.
How do you want to play this, Commander?
If Vlox is here, I either convince him to stop
Or perhaps we take a lesson from him and become a bit more proactive.
In a hurry to get back to the pub.
Just ready to change the tune to this particular dance.
I really like how Karnak is knocking back the things people are saying. Like, they're accusing him again of not wanting to really do this. What the hell's... That was a turret. Because, yeah, he is the kind of guy who's ditched this sort of thing and prefers comfort. And, yeah, they're ribbing him about it. But I agree. I am ready to move past this part of the story where Vlox is this unknown entity who's playing nice. He's right. The parked hover bikes are still warm to the touch. The interface uses biometrics to unlock, so I cannot use it. There's a lot of stuff here. Product Omega self-evaluation report Plock. Wait, who's Plock? That sounds familiar. Project Omega subject Plock's audio logs. Wait, I'm literally looking that up. Give me 2 seconds. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I think it's just funny. Clock mentioned. I think it's funny. It's not like it's very rare, but occasionally when I'm playing this, or streaming this rather, people will be like, oh yeah, I played this like a long time ago. It's really common for people to say, I gave it a go, or I tried it out, or I played it until this point. And I don't know, it's just like, this game is such a weird sleeper effect. People don't talk about it, and nobody tells me that they've played it until like it just comes out, and I'm like, oh, I didn't realize you had any familiarity at all. Plock was a claymation-ish platformer on the SNES. You know what? I googled it, and there is no wiki entry for this character. I thought this was an existing character. I think you're right, Edible Dragon. I think I was thinking of the Plock platform on SNES and not a character. Why are they all named after sounds? Overseer Kuda requested we make these log structures for military purposes. I was supposed to see a magic that powers the forge. I underwent the procedure this morning. And so far, I do not feel any discernible difference to my physiology or cognition. When I for intelligence assignment, I believe my usefulness would begin and end with helping chart the course to Gastora, yet now I have the potential to be remembered something even greater. I'm beginning to feel it, the strength, the power. My skin cannot contain my being any longer. That's horrifying. I think of the ones who called me runt as a progeny. They would not dare utter such nonsense if they saw me now. They would pay for such impudence with suffering. Okay, he's turning evil. Okay, and Overseer Kuda is like the best. My body has undergone a radical change. I am tall and so very strong. I didn't realize our people had the capacity for such muscular gonads. I cannot think of the word. How curious. Oh my god, he's gotten stupider. But I have outpaced even Overseer Kuda's projections of my physical response, and she appears rather pleased. She's making himbos. She's doing Dr. Frank and Furter shit to these guys. She literally... We're gonna walk in there like, Overseer Kuda, you have to stop plugging these guys into the Matrix. And she's gonna say, I didn't make him for you. She seems excited to show me and the other two lesser specimens off to Director Vlox himself. I'm sure he will see the value in expanding the Omega program. What is she putting in them? Exposure to seer magic, so it's not anything to do with Kudu's work on dragon magic, but it parallels it. It parallels it. Kudu was taking dragon magic and pumping it into people to turn them into minions, and that's how he got that weird giant boss at the end of the Crucible of Eternity, which uses the powers of all of them. I think it even spoiled the name of Mordramoth before it was ever said in game. If you turned on battle effects in chat, you could read what you were hit with, and it said you were hit with Mordramoth something or other because he uses powers from all of them, which is really cool because they were like just putting that in. So she's doing what Kudu was doing, but with seer magic on people instead of that. That's super cool. I love that this is a parallel. JTech battery, another hover bike, storage tank. Size would suggest it could hold medium-sized creatures or a full-sized Asura. It's probably the Asura. It's probably the tank they put them in to submerge them in seer magic or something. MMORPG gameplay slides off my brain. Something about the overall vibe always feels kind of empty to me. Oh yeah, it's all down to taste. Like I've played quite a few MMOs generally. I don't know what it is about them because I wouldn't say I specifically like anything about them. Maybe it's that a lot of them are like sometimes free. I don't know. But I don't like all of them. I mostly only like this one. Oh shit, that looks cool as hell from this side. Oh, hang on. Ah! They were so much taller than us. Wow. Neat. But yeah, I'm a variety sort of gamer in general. This one just has a good feel to the controls. Well-written characters for the most part, and it doesn't have a subscription, which was the main reason I got into it in the first place. This pile of debris contains mostly discarded golem parts and other used and worn out Magitech components. It was abandoned in a hurry. Yeah, they do kind of just leave shit. Wait, what? They can't hold a candle to the magical world of Railroute, a train dispatching game played on a stylized computer diagram. Okay, I am learning to tell when you're joking. Not because it's strange or anything, just because I don't often have people using couched humor, but it's great. But hang on, I cannot tell if this is a joke, is what I mean. Is that a real game that you play? I wouldn't put it past you. You're German. That's the kind of thing. A lot of people would really like train games. Oh, another self-evaluation book. It is a joke and I do play it. someone else who got like transformed. Entry 1, this is a waste of time. Entry 2, it seems I may have been hasty in my earlier dismissal of the importance of this project and the logs that I am to record. Overseer Kuda, in her eminent wisdom, has reminded me of the scientific value in documenting one's research. I believe the results of these experiments pale in comparison to the larger mission teaching the seer Isgarin the error of his own hubris. What do you mean? I am not immune to the effects that the seer's magic is having on my being. I can see their auras, their feelings and desires, and I don't simply see them, they are almost palpable. My earlier hypothesis has been proven with great success. I selected some of the more weak-minded members of the Golomancer crew and was able to pluck the strings of their fears. I sent them into madness and they ran off into the jungle. Send my most sincere apologies to the daytime shift who needed to work overtime to compensate. I long to meet Isgarin next to see what do they want to do to him? We are to accompany Overseer Kuda to some seer temple. I should be excited. Stylized life studying. Inquest scouts have reported the Tyrian Alliance has arrived and begun exploring the area, but Isgarin himself... Maybe that's why he was not responding to us all that time, because they were after him specifically. Does he know of me? What would I see if we met? Wait a minute. My command over these powers continues to develop. I've been able to manipulate 2 other fools who shared the first round of enhancement, Plock and Zip. Cretins, they're both... Cretins? Cretins? Cretins. Cretan. I don't remember which one we used. Useful in their own ways now that they've gained special talents of their own. So one of them started turning into like a stupid brute. Are we gonna have to fight these guys? We're awaiting Director Phlox, whom Overseer Dakuda hopes will give her the approval needed to expand the pool of candidates. There have been no reports of the seer. He begs me to... Okay. What I think maybe happened... She said... A species I have spent my entire adult life studying. So I think she was studying seers, but the larger mission, teaching the seer Isgarin the error of his own hubris. I don't feel like that is her actual goal. How would an inquest subject have some sort of beef with Isgarin? No one has known him like ever. He's been a hidden entity nobody knew about. It seems like, my guess is, being exposed to seer magic in some sort of tube has been giving these people powers, and one of the things that they inherited from the magic was a desire to punish Isgarin inherited from the magic of this area installed by seers who developed it to punish Isgarin. Oh no, sad entities. That's just like a staff. Oh shit, sorry.
I can return for a demonstration when they're fully combat ready.
No need.
No need? The firepower that forge gives us access to could secure the Inquest's place as the preeminent power in Tyria.
Possibly.
And that is of no interest to you? We have the key to the seer defenses, yet you waste your time up here?
Weaponry is your line of work. I trust you to see to it, as I trusted Zeb to see to his.
Zeb is dead. And I can't help but notice that you didn't seem too bothered by that, Director.
Were you?
No.
The designs of the eternal alchemy are beyond even me, Overseer. Now...
Spies! Spies at the window!
Oh, did Zip get like speed powers or something?
After all.
Go! Get in there!
Why did he run up so weirdly?
Busy, Overseer, we'll reconvene when I'm done.
Let's go! Yes, Director!
Gladly. Wait! They're still too volatile for combat!
Sorry, I was gonna read chat, but... Hang on, stuff went down. There's a statue of a dinosaur in there. I love beating a gate down with a bow and arrow. He's gone, it's just Kuda.
Where is he?
Is that the guy who got stupid and really swole?
A worthy opponent. None could deny it. Need to fight, have to move, have to kill. Kill or die. Kill or die.
Oh, he got weird. Okay, so yeah, There it is! I thought I missed it. I was like, I must have missed Zip's report on the way here. No, it's right there. I'm dying. Okay, Plock is the big beefy one who's stupid. It just says strong attacks. Okay, hang on, give me a minute. Ah! Ah! Wait, I have stun break on this one. I nearly forgot. Get back here. Oh, come on. Okay, I think I'm doing them one at a time.
My full strength.
Less power and more accuracy.
Ah! No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Guys, distract him. I've got 3 of you. Make it so he doesn't attack me. Yep, eyes on the raptor. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, I'm going to dodge this one. There we go.
Time to put you down.
No. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. Ah! Well, if there was an achievement for not dying, I am not getting that. Okay, bird, do some stuff. Alright, he's stunned. And, okay, it's down to 25%.
Look upon your nightmare.
Okay, you are the one who got seer powers. Oh my god, please! Yep, those look like seer powers.
I'll show you my true power.
Why are all of these guys overacting? Did Kuda just fall down? Come on, do you guys have any CC? There we go.
Oops. If you think I'm just another step, you're about to be very disappointed.
Good, get healed before the bleeding gets me. Yes, thank you for putting that on me as soon as I had my Condi cleanse up. Okay. Yeah, it just speeds. Oh my god, he's destroying the lab.
Restrain yourself or you'll kill us all.
I can't wait to read his evaluation report about how he has really speedy powers. Ah, no, 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 no. Come get me. Thank you, Kanak. I love you. What if I open the self-evaluation report and it's just like, day 1, this isn't going to work. Day 2, whee! Oh, okay, no, it's long. They should have made it like a funny one.
Team, fall back. We're not sacrificing ourselves for this. Overseer, they must pay for the crimes they committed. The commander has plenty to answer for, but we've more important matters than revenge. Now retreat. That's an order.
It's not over. It's not over. You'll die. You'll die.
What the?
We can thank them later.
Up! Quickly!
Okay, that was fun. I like that they gave us those reports to read that explained who those characters were 2 seconds before meeting them, so I knew what their powers were going to be. Except this one, which we had to read now. Trapped in another arrangement that's not of my own making. You are listening to these, I hope. I never really fit in anywhere. I don't expect this experiment is going to be all that different. I've spent the last 11 years trying to figure out where I belong, and the Inquest have given me a lot since what happened at Lion's Arch. Is this a pre-existing character? What got me to sign up for this expedition to Castor in the first place? I guess I hope it would give me something that's been missing. I feel freaking amazing. I've always had a lot of energy. Ma used to say so all the time, but even my best day I've never felt as good as I do now. I have so many ideas. My head is a golem power core running on overload. I can't seem to sit still either. I have to keep moving. It feels like it'll all go away, and I don't want it to go away. I can feel it. I've got to move. And then it continues. I figured it out. I think I need to move, and wow, I can move. The amalgam tech taught me I can use expend energy. Clears my head, helps me for a little while, then I have to move again. Okay, so yeah, he went insane. Was Zip some? Hang on, who is? I'm looking this up again. Was Zip an existing character? No, not by the looks of it. I can't believe they didn't use that name before. Okay, hang on. Now I can check chat real quick. I'm gonna wind up after this instance, I promise. Yeah, we're talking about the train games. Thanks for calling me out. Likes trains and is German. I'm sorry. It is actually a stereotype. I'm sorry. And there's no shade on that. I know that people play like Farm Simulator and whatever and train things. It's just, it's a genre. They gave him ADHD. They did. That is what happened. That's not even an exaggeration. Well, I mean, it is, no, ADHD does give you like that energy you have to burn off, right? Doesn't it? I get this sometimes, but I think it's an anxiety thing. So, oh my god, are we going... How far up are we going here? Can I sky scale it? Yeah, come on everyone, bring your stupid little bugs. Oh, wow.
So close! We had him! Vlox! Can you hear me? Talk to me, Vlox!
I'll crack that flaming door open.
A fusion of seer magic and inquest tech. I don't think your claws will do the job, friend.
Iskarin, you hearing all this? Any ideas?
He likely used Ancora to seal the way. Not wholly impenetrable, a delaying tactic at best. If I could just...
Canuck, where are you off to?
Off to write a new tune.
What?
I'll be in contact.
My god, he's just doing something on his own.
I wish circumstances were different. This is a moment I'd hope to share with you.
What are you doing?
You can. All you need to do is open the door. Let's talk this out.
I've thought through every conceivable scenario.
There it is! There it is! I was gonna say one of the things I was gonna predict was that Vlox was gonna look straight at you and say it was the only way. I was gonna predict that. I forgot.
Vlox.
I'll see you on the other side, Commander.
No, I'll go date you or something if you agree to not.
We can stop him. There's still time.
Not because I want to, but because it might buy us time.
What will he see? What will he do?
Iskarin?
Everything. Anything.
Well, people
hasn't
seeing
performed the
everything
rite
doesn't
yet.
usually work out very
We will
well.
get in there. Let's see what Canuck has cooked up.
Okay. Oh, we leave. That's it. Energy barrier. He would love to tell you how well Project Hubris is going, but he's under an NDA. Okay. Oh my god, he mailed me. What?
Wayfinder, while you search for those components for Canuck, I would ask that you keep an eye out for something. A scroll. Sidendy's scroll. From which he
Only
recited
got 30
the
minutes
curse
before the
he
game
invoked upon
restarts.
me. If it is in the area, it must be found.
How will that help?
I believe that with that scroll, we can devise a counter to the curse. Historian Minna can assist. The All-Seer has compelled the Seneschal of the Forest to its defense.
I think that ended. That isn't part of the storyline. I think that's part of the meta, and he just cut in and he interrupted himself because the meta is happening right now. So I don't think that was actually part of it. I wonder what the meta is. I'm usually excited to do those. I see myself doing like it a bunch, I guess, because there'll probably be a token I need. I wish I had gotten the token from Shipwreck Strand. I've done that meta every day for a couple of weeks and I don't have it. If you're listening, John Anet. Anyway, we're gonna wrap up here. That was a really good place actually because there was like a mini boss fight. He's given me like a list of stuff to buy. I like to think that most of this is for whatever the heck. How does he know? I mean, okay, he knows how to make explosives. Is he making some sort of intense explosive? Because that is like what he's good at. If it's anything other than explosive, he needs to explain how he knows how to make it. I like to think that everything in this list is to make some kind of explosive, except for the leather straps, which is just for some fun he has in mind. Okay, I am going to let you guys head off to another Guild Wars stream, or do whatever you want to do, but hang around so we can raid in and look nice and beefy and fun. Yeah, what a shopping list. That was a good place to end. It kind of... Isgaron, please. It got interesting. This map is actually kind of blowing my mind a bit. This looks really, really good. I love this palette. I thought that was all interesting. I liked that. Oh my god, I can see the edges. I can see the square edges of the map. Look at this. Yeah, that was fun. I do want to do more of this on stream. Technically, we'll just like be waiting until I have a slot to do more of it. We're going back to Thief after this, but I hope you guys got your like pirate outfits and cats and whatever. Isgaron, please! He's gotten over his tummy ache and now he won't shut up. Oh shit, Aragorn. Anyway, I'm gonna say goodbye. There's my socials for future stream schedules. And thank you guys for coming to watch. That was really good fun. I basically only do new content for Guild Wars 2 just because I've got all my other variety stuff to do, but I do like streaming it. I'm really glad people came to have a look at it. What else? If you want, you could do the raid message of Gatekeep Gold Boss Guild War. He prefers forever. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. We have a. Let me just get the link if I can get it before the ad starts. Copy link. We have on the VGBL Tale Discord, we have a Guild Wars 2 channel where we can chat about everything. If anyone is interested in joining us, that is where we can chat. The VGBL Tale Discord is just where I do a lot of talking. It's where a lot of people we know meet. So that's where it is. If you wanted to join in or anything, please feel free. I'm gonna raid out now. Thank you everyone for coming. I can see you again on Friday. Thank you. Raid into Joe Cat. Here we go. Okay. Bye bye.